redemption
can only be seized
when you accept the future consequences
for your past mistakes.
Redemption is something you have to fight for.
Redemption is a recognition of pain and fear.
How far am I willing to go?
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 Redemption is something you have to fight for.
How far am I willing to go?
How far
am I willing to go?
Here now, vision's clear now. Yo, it's my time, and it's near now. And I'm too strong, no fear now. You can feel it when the crowd starts to cheer now. Yo, we here now, vision's clear now. Yo, it's my time, and it's near now. And I'm too strong, no fear now. You can feel it when the crowd starts to cheer now.
true redemption can only be seized when you accept the future consequences for your past mistakes. Redemption is something you have to fight for. Redemption is recognition of pain and fear. How far am I willing to go?
Here now, vision's clear now. Yo, it's my time, and it's near now. And I'm too strong, no fear now. You can feel it when the crowd starts to...
Tonight, I will be the hero
Of my own story.
Tonight I will be the hero of my own story. Of my own story.
Tonight, I will be the hero
Of my own story.
Tonight,
I will get my redemption.
Tonight I will be the hero of my own story.
Tonight I will get my redemption. Tonight I will get my redemption.
The grind, the hustle, our mantra, harder, better, faster, stronger. The path to tonight was paved in sweat, blood, repaired friendships, broken bones, entitled athletes, and passion. This is just the beginning. Our work is never over. It's one fan at a time. This is redemption.
The following contest is brought to you by our partners at Lucha Underground and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 76 kilos, this is Drago.
History tells us that dragons were protectors. They could fly and destroy everything in their path. This is Drago from Lucha Underground. The season premiere of Season 4 of Lucha Underground happens Wednesday night, June 13th on the El Rey Network. Good evening, everyone. Live from Orlando, Josh Matthews alongside the golden announcer, Don Callis.
Are you excited, kid?
I am thrilled to have you joining us.
You never had anything like this in Stamford, did you? Sitting next to a real star.
Never once.
Introducing his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 70 kilos, Aerostar.
Aerostar is the man from the Cosmos, a warrior who always fights with honor, a man who represents tradition. Don, I follow you on social media at CyrusOverHuge. We invite everyone to follow along tonight. Join the conversation. Use the hashtag Redemption18. Follow along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I know you're an enlightened kind of guy. What are your thoughts on Aerostar from the Cosmos?
Well, Aerostar is known for taking some of the highest dives, including a move that I like to see, La Bombita, and I hope we get to see that tonight.
This is going to be an incredible match, just a great way to get things started here. Finally, we're live, we're in Orlando, it's standing room only. Our partners from Lucha Underground provide us with this opening contest. Drago, we've seen him in the past here on Impact, and Aerostar. Don, Drago was a part of the Super X Cup in 2017.
And Drago is a guy who, when he comes out in that outfit, there's an intimidation factor that cannot be denied, no matter how many times these two have wrestled.
How about Aerostar's ring attire?
I mean, really unique, and I think in keeping with his unique flying style.
Both of these competitors AAA World Tag Team Champions with each other. So what's it like when you're in the ring with someone you know so well, someone that you've won championships with?
That's when mistakes happen, Josh, because you don't have those nerves that you would normally have in a match like this, and that's where critical mistakes can happen. They
also together won the Lucha Underground Trios Championship. There you hear the traditional Lucha Underground chant, the cover by Drago, Aerostar counters, and back and forth they go. Don't blink, you might miss something spectacular on this one.
No, absolutely. I mean, they know each other well, but they're always innovating. So we may see something we've never seen from either man tonight, Josh.
How comfortable is Drago in this environment, knowing that he's been here before, as opposed to Aerostar?
Well, I think it's different. I mean, it's a different style in a sense. Even though they're working the Lucha style, they're in front of a North American live audience. It's very exciting. There's got to be some nerves.
In your travels all over the world, in Japan, Canada, the United States, how different is it when you go somewhere else and you work in front of different fans?
I think it takes you out of your comfort zone. And I think, too, opening up the first pay-per-view in the new regime here at Impact Wrestling, that's a lot of pressure on these two young men.
Aerostar lands on the apron, counters with a big kick there to Drago. These two, you can tell they know each other so well. Aerostar twisting corkscrew off the top rope. How impressive was that?
Yeah, we've seen him do that over the rope, and we may see that later on tonight.
Beautiful Hurricane Rana, and Drago's going to buy himself some time on the outside. Will Aerostar allow him that time? Here comes Aerostar. Up and over, and takes down Drago. Big move.
Slight hesitation. Maybe faked out Drago a little bit there, Josh.
Like a basketball game where you throw a pump fake, get your defender off his game, and that's what Aerostar did. And the fans in the Impact Zone showing their respect. So much set to take place here live tonight. Triple Threat World Championship. Austin Aries versus Fenix versus Pentagon Jr. in a rematch that we saw at WrestleCon in New Orleans. Don, that was an incredible match.
Yeah, it's a match that everybody was talking about, but there's a bunch of matches tonight that have the wrestling world buzzing. Impact Wrestling truly is the hot promotion right now that people are talking about in this business.
Ooh. Oh, God! Big time super kick from Drago. Floors Aerostar.
He caught him, pointed the chin. Needs to follow up, though, Josh.
Should he have gone for a cover there, try to win the match?
Psychological ploy here, and he's enjoying having these fans behind him, but you always want to win a match whenever you get an opportunity.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt Drago as this match plays out. Another big kick to the chest there of Aerostar.
I have no idea how Aerostar sees out of that mask, Josh.
It's a great point. And the lights, too, right? They have to mess him up a little bit, right?
I would throw water on it and electrocute him. Don't try that at home.
Drago connects there. We're 7 minutes in. You've already mentioned Stanford and electrocuting somebody.
Which is preferable, living in Stanford or electrocution? I'm not sure.
I'm going to go with the latter. Check out Drago goes up and over! And Drago connects! Big time on Aerostar!
Tope con Hero!
One more look.
Yeah, let's have a look.
At Drago.
Twisting Tope con Hero. Very, very impressive textbook by Drago.
Caught him with the knee right in the side of the head there. And when you're wrestling someone that has a mask on, you don't know how much damage you've done to them. You can't read their facial expressions.
That's one of the great things about wearing a mask.
Hold that thought. Drago goes for the cover, hooks the inside leg, and a kick out of two. You were saying about
a little bit too much time wasted, I think, in between the Tope con Hero and the pin attempt by Drago.
Yeah, it goes back to what happened earlier in the match where Drago had an opportunity to go for a cover and didn't. Aerostar still very much in this matchup, maybe not for long. Big time kick to the back of the head from Drago.
Yeah, that'll dim your headlights, Josh.
And Aerostar legitimately has headlights.
Tremendous point.
Drago again doesn't go for a cover, gets Aerostar to his feet.
He's talking some smack to him, I think.
And Drago connects with a stiff form.
Yep.
Whoop. Oh. Can Aerostar capitalize? Drago on the outside, Aerostar on the apron, trying to create some separation. Perhaps looking for a springboard. What the? Oh,
whoa! My. That's the move we talked about earlier, La Bombita.
That was incredible.
And that's a move where if you miss it, it's a potential career ender. He's putting it all on the line.
That was an opportunity for Aerostar to legitimately land on his back on the floor off the top rope.
Like I said, you miss it, it could be over for you.
The risk certainly worth the reward.
Now need to follow up.
Do you think they're past friendship? And now here's a cover. And a kick out there by Drago.
There are no friends in pro wrestling, Josh.
Okay, but just indulge me for a second.
Sure.
These two have won championships together. Do you think that there's some hesitation in going for the win by one of them? Whoa! Not right now as Drago floats over.
Look at this.
Pinning combination, shoulders stacked up, and a kick out of 2. Schoolboy here by Drago. Aerostar stacked up again, and another kick out. Body scissors, Aerostar with a cover, and another near fall in this matchup. Now they're trying to put each other away.
Yeah, you know, someone once said, I'm not in the friend business, I'm in the making money business, and that's how you have to think if you're in a professional wrestling ring.
Double clothesline, both men down. This is a great opportunity to see who has what left in the tank. So far, it's been an evenly matchup between these two. It's been even.
Yeah, no, and it's somewhat predictable, as you alluded to earlier. I mean, they know each other well, but someone's going to make a mistake. There'll be a crack in the facade, and whoever capitalizes is going to come out on top of this match.
We thank you for joining us around the world live tonight on Redemption, streaming live at ImpactWrestling.com through our friends at the Fight app. Download today. Speaking of apps, how about Global Wrestling Network? Download and subscribe. Get caught up on everything past and current Impact Wrestling. Beautiful backbreaker. Drago follows it up with a big kick. Another cover. Shoulders down and a kick out by Aerostar.
That GWN app is tremendous. I can watch my match with Eric Watts from 2004 as many times as I want, Josh.
How many times do you play it on an airplane, show people nice, beautiful Hangman's DDT?
It's good for a first date.
Drago, cover, Aerostar down. And
just barely.
Half a second away was Drago there from securing a victory against Aerostar off that beautiful Hangman's DDT.
Referee checking both men.
At this point in the match, Don, do you expect these guys to keep the pace the way it's been so far?
It's amazing to me when I watch luchadors that they're able to keep up the pace. It's tremendous cardiovascular conditioning that they've got.
Is there any other way but to get in the ring to get that cardiovascular?
Absolutely not, 100% not.
Suffering an injury, one of these two would really take a lot to come back from that because you got to get in the ring and you got to train.
100%.
Big drop kick there. Again, they go to the outside.
And this is where things get dangerous. When you get put out to the floor, you leave yourselves open for something like that. Tope.
Aerostar again, high risk, again connects to Drago. Again, both men are down.
And you notice, Josh, he connected with the top of his head, which is the way to make a tope effective.
Now we'll see if Aerostar can get Drago back into the ring and go for a cover, try to put this match away.
Well, so much of the offense is to the floor, and I think that that's great, but unfortunately you can't win the match out there, to your point. Well, kick to the small of the back there.
And it doesn't look like either man wants to win this match by count out. They want to win it a traditional way with a pinfall or submission. Here's the cover by Aerostar. Doesn't hook a leg, and a kick out from Drago.
See, and I always came from the school, Josh, that you take the win however you can get it. You're still hitting the proverbial pay window, but...
So you see nothing wrong with doing a big move to the outside, getting back in, winning.
And letting them get counted out.
There you go.
Absolutely.
I like your school of thought, Don. Oh! Aerostar comes up empty. Drago does not. Is Aerostar in prime position? Again, Drago lifts him back up, gets him back to his feet. Perhaps they're going to put him away once and for all. Big combination there from Drago.
Well, so much of the offense...
Cover here, no leg is hooked and a kick out.
So much of the offense in Lucha Libre involves having both men moving, so you, by definition, have to pick up your opponent, and sometimes that's counterintuitive to winning. La Maestral Cradle, Shades of Ultimo Dragon.
And he almost got him! Ultimo Dragon, that's a great reference. Do either of these two athletes remind you of Ultimo Dragon?
I would say Drago reminds me of him in some of the moves he did, but I mean, Ultimo Dragon was one of the greatest of all time, a guy I had a chance to wrestle up in Canada, but his influence is seen across the world of Lucha Libre.
Drago now perhaps looking for a power move on Aerostar. A power bomb coming and it connects. That may do it. Very interesting that Drago again, well, maybe he thinks one more power bomb will do in Aerostar and end this match. Both of these men so proudly representing Lucha Underground here tonight at Impact Wrestling. And this time Aerostar lands on his feet. Shoulder tackle. Springboards off the second, connects with a cutter.
And that hesitation from Drago cost him big time. Momentum shift now in the favor of Aerostar.
Aerostar looking for a springboard, got caught up there a little bit. Aerostar was able to land on his feet.
Yeah, very agile. Not too worried about missing that move. He'll set him up for something again.
So you just call an audible when something like that happens?
100%. That's all you can do.
Aerostar back on the apron. This is where he wanted to be moments ago. This time connects with another big-time kick. Here comes the springboard again. This time goes off the second. Oh! Flying code breaker from Aerostar. Shoulders down of Drago, and he got him.
Was able to adapt.
Aerostar!
Don, I gotta ask, judging by what we saw there towards the end, do you think Aerostar might be a little banged up, not able to connect with those big-time springboards, but he gets enough of that springboard code breaker for the win?
I think he tweaked his knee ligament when he missed the first move, and I believe it impacted his ability to get all of that code breaker, but he got enough of it to get the victory.
So Aerostar represents Lucha Underground and picks up a victory here against Drago. Just an incredible way to kick things off here. Don't forget, folks, Season 4 of Lucha Underground premieres Wednesday night, June 13th on the El Rey Network as we take a look down at some of the action that transpired in this incredible opening contest. We saw so much.
Corkscrew dive, big plancha. Stiff super kick.
I still question whether or not Drago should have gone for more covers in this match.
La Bombita, that's what we talked about.
There's this rolling cutter from Aerostar, which set up the springboard off the second. From that point of view, it looks like Aerostar did really connect.
Yeah.
And was able to take away.
And did it with an injured knee nonetheless.
So a victory for Aerostar, but we've got plenty more to come. So much happening here. Live from Orlando. Again, thank you to Aerostar. Thank you to Drago. Thank you to Lucha Underground. The golden announcer, huh?
I'm here. I mean, people have been begging for it for the last 4 months, Josh. I know you've been asking. You've been wanting it. Now we're giving the people what they want. Very, very hot announce team here.
What did you think of our opening contest?
I was blown away. I mean, those guys are so exciting. They're so high risk, and they do what everyone here at Impact does. They put it all on the line in order to get the victory.
We have 4 championship matches taking place tonight. Our first one happens in just moments. I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Yeah.
You want to make a prediction? Who leaves as the World Tag Team Champions? Will LAX retain, or will Scott Steiner and Eli Drake become champions?
It's awfully hard for me, knowing what I know, to pick against LAX. That's a team, that's not just a team, that's brothers. That's blood brothers. Against a team of 2 great singles athletes, I always go with the tag team, Josh.
Well, let's take an in-depth, closer look at this World Tag Team Championship match. It's just moments away, live tonight at Redemption.
And then everyone said jabroni. Matt, you and I have been through so much together. There's nothing left for us to accomplish. I mean, through my efforts, you became the X Division champion and the Impact Grand Champion. You're a butterfly who needs to spread your wings, return to the cocoon. The cocoon's the ring where you do the wrestling. The wings spreading is the shooting. You understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember we had so many good, magical, mystical times. As a caterpillar, I learned so much under you, but I think I've got it down. Exactly. I've learned those lessons. You've taught me so well. As the X Division champion, I can do this on my own.
You can do this on your own. And
all the answers are inside.
They are inside. Question everything. I'm going to need the gift I gave you back, though.
But you got to... It's my gimmick now, man. It's, my gear.
All right, I was just joking anyway.
You teach me lessons forever. Thank you for this.
Good luck against PD tonight. I know you're going to retain the championship at Redemption, so namaste, all that stuff. I got to go. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
I didn't know that was captured on camera.
That made me physically sick. If they told me I had to be a part of that, I think I wouldn't have taken this job.
You didn't like the relationship between?
Have you ever been told you're disingenuous?
No. Maybe a couple of times.
That cocoon. The ring is the cocoon.
The ring is the cocoon.
The ring is the cocoon,
Yeah,
and then the wrestling is the spreading of the wings.
And we're over here like on a perch.
Right.
I thought we were
How many
ready.
points were you getting on his take-home pay?
A lot. I thought we were going to talk about the World Tag Team Championship.
Let's do that.
We're going to do that right now. Now we're going to show you an in-depth look at our World Tag Team Championship match set to take place here tonight.
Let me talk to you. Here I stand. Case number 1, tag team titles. Now that sounds pretty great, doesn't it? I'll take the world title for myself, and if I got to 2-on-1, I will walk out tag team championship shot.
We got Eli and Moose. Whoever wins gets an opportunity for the tag team championship.
Is it gravy trade time?
Eli looking to put away Moose once and for all with the gravy trade. And Eli Drake has 2 contracts. Who do you think Eli's partner is? Sanjay, who do you think it is?
Let me talk to you. If I want to make a deal, I make a deal. Who's your tag partner, ho? I'll tell you right now, it's somebody you know, Conan.
Is that Scott Steiner? Oh my God!
The big bad booty daddy!
Hey, K-Dog, 3 things are gonna happen. You're gonna lose your title, you're gonna get your ass kicked, and you're gonna realize that I'm the man with the shortest fuse and largest arms in professional wrestling. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't think you got the hunger, the anger, or the passion that LAX has. As a matter of fact, I don't think you still got it, because you look like you couldn't tear up a chicken out of luau.
The big bad gravy daddy, the big bad booty daddy, and we are coming to take those tag team titles, and there ain't a thing you can do about it, and that's not an insult, that is just a fact of life.
LAX defend their World Tag Team titles against Eli Drake and Scott Steiner.
World Tag Team Champions! God, I hate fat asses! We're World Tag Team Champions! We're coming!
I know, baby, because there ain't any other way it can be.
Toma! ¿Qué pasó ahora?
Stop playing.
¿Qué pasó ahora?
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
What
Wait,
you mean now?
Wait.
What? Go ahead. What you got? What you got?
Boom.
Oh,
Yo,
boom.
yo.
Boom. You
Come
want
on,
to steal
let's go.
K-Dog's line? Boom. Matter of fact, where is K-Dog?
I mean,
It's like, I don't even got to watch on me. What time is it?
he's always late. You know how he is, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
but
come on,
God
come on.
forbid if we're late.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Anyways, you know how I'm feeling?
What?
I'm feeling like the jefe today, so I'm going to sit in this chair.
tú estás lucido.
Yeah, bien lucido, chambea.
Yeah, you got the big
Hell
arms
yeah,
now?
bro. Come on.
Oh.
Now I see why K-Dog likes sitting in his chair.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
pretty
I
comfy.
can't wait. I can't wait till he walks in. I want to see the look on his face when
Why?
he walks in. Yup.
For what?
What do you mean for what?
What do you
Who
mean?
do you think you
It's a
are?
comfortable chair.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
I see.
Yo. Oh, wait.
What you mean? That's him right there.
Yeah,
That's him
yeah,
right
that-
there.
Nah.
What you mean nah?
Nah. Yo. Yo, what's good, bro? What up? Nah.
What happened?
Stop fronting, bro.
¿Qué pasó?
Nah. No way. Where you at? Stop playing with me, dogs.
What happened?
Yo, call me back.
What happened? Who was that? Yo, talk to me. What happened?
Yo, it was King. It was King, bro.
What happened? Yo, what happened?
They took out K-Dog.
What you mean? Who?
I don't know.
Who?
He was just on the phone. I don't know.
Yo. Listen. Pay attention. Head in the game. We got a match.
How you want me
Get
to
your
have
head in
my
the game.
bro?
We got a match. What would he want us to do? Let's go. Grab this. Come on.
Well, Santana and Ortiz have to quickly adapt and get ready to defend their World Tag Team titles against Eli Drake and Scott Steiner. We'll do our best, folks, to try to find who's king and what happened to Conan.
Yeah, this is shocking news. Shocking.
Eli Drake.
That is just a fact of life.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 234 pounds, this is Eli Drake.
Eli Drake is a former world champion. He has 2 briefcases as a result of Feast or Fired. One of them has a contract for a future world championship match that Eli can cash in whenever he wants. The other is for the contract that he's cashing in tonight for the World Tag Team titles. Eli went out and got himself a ringer of a tag team partner.
Yeah, you know, every smart business move that Eli Drake could make, he's made. He lost the world title, Josh, but life's not about what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Ever since that, he's made every great move he could make.
Eli Drake has found himself with 2 opportunities to become a champion here in Impact Wrestling. Will one of these championships be acquired tonight?
And now, introducing his tag team partner, about to make his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, this is Scott Steiner.
He was an NCAA All-American wrestler, 2-time WCW United States champion, 2-time WCW World Television Champion, WCW World Champion, IWGP World Tag Team Champion with his brother Rick, WWF World Tag Team Champion with his brother Rick, Impact World Tag Team Champion with Booker T.
There's maybe been no one in the history of the business that's transitioned from tag team wrestler to main event singles wrestler quite like Scott Steiner.
He's also the most unpredictable man on the planet.
He doesn't like you very much.
Did you see what happened at WrestleCon?
I did.
I was scared to death. I thought Scott Steiner was going to murder me in New Orleans. Talk about an intimidating individual.
Orgullosamente latino hasta la muerte y después. Worldwide Latino pride, the ambassadors of violence. LAX, K-Dog, the notorious 187.
So if you're Santana and Ortiz, how are you now preparing for this match? You don't have Conan. You don't know what happened to Conan. Somebody took out K-Dog.
Are you hearing anything?
No.
You're supposed to be a broadcast journalist, Josh.
I'm on Twitter right now.
You're on Twitter. That's great investigative reporting.
Well, I want to know who King is.
Right.
Who got to LAX?
Yep.
Who got to Conan? And what's going to happen as a result of Conan being taken out?
Well, they said Conan would want them to continue with this wrestling match, with this title defense. That may be true, but I don't know how smart it is.
Do you agree that Conan would want them to be out here competing?
100%. And if you talk about they don't want to be fronting, they've got a street cred that they've got to play into here. You don't back down from a fight if you're on the street, Josh Matthews.
How important is it to Santana and Ortiz to keep their street cred?
It's huge because when they leave here, they don't go back to Beverly Hills or Columbus, Ohio. They go back to Hell's Kitchen or wherever the hell they came from, Brooklyn, New York, and they got to answer to people on the street because people will step to and take what they got.
Well, the street sounds like a rough place.
It does sound terrible.
Scott Steiner on the apron. He looks ready to go. Eli Drake found himself just a tremendous tag team partner. I ran down the resume so quickly, but when you look at all those championships that Scott has acquired, was there anybody better to get than Scott Steiner?
I don't think so. And I mean, I love Eli Drake. He's a 5-tool player, as they say in baseball. He literally could do it all in this business, and he's also apparently got a great eye for talent, to your point.
A lot of people didn't think that Eli Drake had a friend in the wrestling business, and he goes out and gets Scott Steiner. So the World Tag Team titles are on the line here tonight, live at Redemption.
And what you've got here is the classic great wrestling tag team against 2 great singles wrestlers who are tagging up. I remember seeing the Midnight Express versus Flair and Wyndham. Who's going to win, the two best singles guys or the tag team? I always err on the side of the tag team because they work together as a tandem much better.
And is it familiarity? I mean, you know the other one so well. Can you read the other one's mind? Do you get to that level?
I think it's like brothers, but it goes even deeper than that, because sometimes with family, you don't have to engage with them. But if you're on the road as a tag team, you're around each other all the time. And this is more than a tag team. This is street, as we talked about.
Fans chanting for LAX here in Orlando. They respect Santana and Ortiz so much for what they've done in their careers.
How do they chant for hoodlums? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, Don, that's the great thing about pro wrestling fans. They can cheer and chant for whoever they want. I mean, they're in love with Falaba, and you've got hivelings who love Rosemary out there.
No accounting for taste is what you're talking about. And Eli's already talking smack, and I love it.
Not sure Eli should talk smack to Santana, who hops up and connects to the back of the head of Eli Drake. Santana's story is so great, Don. He only wanted to be a professional wrestler. He found a wrestling school in New York. The trainer told him, look, I'm not going to start your training until you graduate high school. The day that he got his diploma, he started wrestling school. Didn't go to prom, didn't go to graduation, started wrestling. And Santana has not stopped ever since.
Yeah, and this is that teamwork, those tandem moves that you're going to get when you've got a regular tag team. Whoop, look at that.
Beautiful assisted moonsaults. Here comes Ortiz off the ropes, and the big man drops down. Cover and a kick out.
Dead man drop, shades of a Harley race headbutt there.
Let me ask you this now. Have Scott and Eli, in your opinion, have they been talking every day? Have they been texting with each other?
How do you talk to Scott Steiner? He just yells at people.
Great points.
You think as great as Eli Drake is, he's going to tell Scott Steiner something about tag team strategy? Best just to let Scott do what Scott does.
Scott Steiner now in the ring for the first time in this match. That's what I did last year at Slammiversary. Scott was my tag team partner.
It's amazing you don't have more heat with people than you do, Josh.
Ortiz set for the ride, and Eli, now they're working together.
That's classic Eli Drake. And now the Steiner brothers as a tag team did not do a lot of what we just saw because they didn't have to, but Eli Drake is a devious individual.
Eli not afraid to bend to break the rules on the outside there with Ortiz. He wants to become one half of the World Tag Team Champions with Scott Steiner. Scott's doing a great job at keeping the referee at bay inside the ring.
And he's playing off the hot-headedness of LAX. We talked about the street. If you step to someone on the street, you can't walk away. You've got to do something, and they're using that to get these guys hot and monopolize the referee in their corner.
Such a different mindset for individuals like LAX, right, than Scott Steiner and Eli Drake.
It's not just about a wrestling match. It's not just about the money. It's about them as men. Beautiful. And that's why they'll never back down. Nice belly to belly.
Classic Scott Steiner. He lifts Ortiz up. I'm not sure Eli thought that was a great move there by Scott to try not to.
He's just trying to make Santana crazy, and he's doing a great job of it.
LAX recently returned from Germany. They were overseas competing. How much does
they
that
can get out of the country?
They can get out of the country. How much does that take a toll on your body? You leave, you're on a plane for 17 hours, you compete in Germany, you come back and you're on a live pay-per-view.
Well, it's certainly suboptimal, Josh. There's no question, especially with Steiner.
Big move there by Scott Steiner on Santana.
And that big 21-inch arm.
Oh, look at that. Ortiz goes down. Scott Steiner's taking over this match.
Get up, bitches!
What did he say?
He said get up, and then
something.
Yes. He also told everyone a few weeks ago that he's world famous.
And this tag team situation is great for Scott Steiner because he can come in, he can hit a flurry of big moves and monopolize the ref and then get out. Nice double elbow.
Both men drop elbows on LAX. The tag team titles are in jeopardy as Eli goes for a cover and a kick out by Ortiz. Ortiz is the powerhouse of LAX. And how much are LAX right now thinking about Conan and what happened?
Imagine the New England Patriots getting on the field without Bill Belichick. Think about that. This is worse than that. Conan's not just a manager. He's not just a coach, a mentor. He's almost like a father to these guys. And not only is he not here, but they don't know what his state of well-being is.
We will try to keep you guys up to date as much as we can on the status of Conan. If we get any updates, big time DDT there from Ortiz.
And one thing about that street lifestyle that LAX lives is you are at risk all the time. And I hate to say it, I hope that's not what happened to Conan, but we read about this stuff in the newspaper all the time. It's a dangerous, dangerous, high-risk lifestyle.
Can Ortiz make the tag to Santana? Can Scott Steiner make the tag to Eli Drake? And here we go. World Tag Team Championship on the line. Santana, he caught Eli Drake. Preemptive strike to Steiner on the outside. Santana can move. Probably the quickest man of the four in the ring. And Santana using that to his advantage. Rolling cutter.
And now LAX are going to do what they do best. Double team for maximum destruction.
Big time offense from LAX. Shoulders down. Will they retain it? Scott Steiner just shoves Ortiz.
He just high-faced him halfway across the ring, using all that 270 pounds overhead, belly-to-belly suplex by Scott Steiner.
And another one. Big time overhead throw there from Scott Steiner. Don, this is like going back in time.
Oh yeah, still able to pop those hips and execute those throws.
How long have you known Scott Steiner?
Long enough to know that I should stay away from him. Very volatile.
Santana up on the top rope now. Can't think about Scott Steiner. Has to try to deliver some offense, and Scott comes up big.
Clubbing right hand to the forehead of Santana by Big Scott Steiner. What is this now? Come on! Scott Steiner on the top rope. Frankensteiner from the top!
Are you kidding me?
And he's not done that in over 5 years. He must want this like nobody's business.
Scott Steiner is on fire right now.
Top rope Frankensteiner from Scott Steiner in this match.
Steiner found a time machine, and now looking for the Steiner recliner.
Look at this. If he hooks it, it's over.
Santana may be forced to tap out. Ortiz trying to break it up, and he does. Eli Drake trying to keep Ortiz at bay. He'll look for that big springboard moonsault up the top.
Such a great athlete. Caught that super kick. Ate it.
Got to keep your head on a swivel in a match like this. There are throws coming from every direction and every angle. And here comes Santana. Here comes Santana yet again with Eli Drake in the buckle. Can Eli overpower, or will Santana use his speed and agility?
Caught it, point of the chin. Taking too much time.
Look at Eli Drake. Looking for a superplex. Santana hanging out with everything he's got.
Great save there by Ortiz on Eli Drake.
And LAX, if they connect, will retain the World Tag Team titles. Santana opts to go after Steiner.
Was going to go for the street sweeper, opted to go after Scott Steiner, and now Ortiz has got Eli hooked. No, he doesn't.
Big rig to the eyes from Eli Drake. Wasn't a mistake of Santana to go to the outside. Eli looking for the gravy train. Connects.
Nailed it.
Eli Drake flies into the cover, hooks the leg, and we have new World Tag Team Champions.
Wow. Drake. The winners of the match and new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Scott Steiner and Eli Drake.
Critical mistake, Josh. Not going for the finish and going for the dive outside. And maybe that's just Conan not being there, because I guarantee you, Josh, if Conan had been there, he would have had him go to the finish.
It's 2018, and Scott Steiner is now a champion in Impact Wrestling as we take you back to everything that transpired. Don, they were looking great.
Phenomenal.
LAX, to Don's point, they work so well together in tandem with moves like this.
Look at this. Top rope Frankensteiner from Scott Steiner, and that's a mistake we talked about.
Yeah, Santana went to the outside. Eli Drake was able to counter the gravy train. Eli Drake and Scott Steiner are World Tag Team Champions. How amazing is that?
It's unbelievable. Scott Steiner and Eli Drake are the new Impact World Tag Team Champions.
Will that be the trend of tonight? 4 championship matches will take place, including the World Championship Triple Threat match.
Esta noche, Estoy de regreso por una sola cosa. El campeonato mundial. Fenix and Austin Aries. Are you ready? Porque yo soy Pentagon Junior. El cero.
The following six-man match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Cameron, North Carolina, weighing in at 230 pounds, Trevor Lee.
The Carolina Caveman, Trevor Lee. Many people believe, Don, that pound for pound, he's the strongest man on the Impact roster.
Certainly in the X Division.
Without question.
Introducing his opponent, about to make his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 190 pounds, Desmond Xavier.
Desmond Xavier is one of the best pure high-flying athletes in wrestling today. Desmond Xavier is a special kind of athlete, the winner of the 2017 Super X Cup. See what Desmond can do here in this thrilling six-way match.
And their opponent, making his way to the ring from Miyagi, Japan, weighing in at 75 kilos, Taji Ishimori.
One of the most thrilling competitors on the roster, also Ishimori. He's got the best theme song in wrestling.
Mothballs.
Mouthball.
Oh, singular?
Just singular. Fight It Out is the name of the song. And he's got a 6 on his mask on. He's the 6th member of Mothball. Can we get them here live to perform?
Why are you asking me?
Good question.
Introducing their opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds, El Hijo del Fantasma.
He's the current AAA Latin American champion. He's a former AAA Fusion champion, former AAA World Cruiserweight champion, former Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods champion, the son of the Ghost.
Tremendous athlete.
Introducing their opponent, making his way to the ring from Ibiza, weighing in at 180 pounds, this is DJZ.
You want to talk about passionate, determined, fierce? That is DJZ. This Thursday on an all-new Impact Wrestling, you're going to find out the true story of what happened to DJZ when he went down to Mexico, competed, ruptured his colon.
Great story, phenomenal story, and phenomenal Chris Jericho jacket. You saw Jericho yesterday.
And now introducing their opponent from Chico, California, weighing in at 268 pounds, this is the Machine, Brian Cage.
Unbeaten Don since coming to Impact Wrestling. He has been tested. He defeated Lashley twice. He took EC3 out of Impact Wrestling. At WrestleCon, he beat Eli Drake. What's your take on Brian Cage?
Well, you said it. He defeated Lashley twice. I don't know that anybody's ever done that I'm aware of in the wrestling business. Brian Cage, the Machine, has made an impact like no one I've seen in many, many years.
You may think that Brian Cage is out of place in a match like this.
Oh, no, he's not.
Think again. He can move around. He can fly. He is an incredible specimen. There's only one Weapon X, and that is Brian Cage.
What makes him unique is not just the power, which is second to none. It's his ability to operate in an environment with a DJZ, operate in an environment with a Trevor Lee. As you say, he can hit all those moves when he needs to.
So this is a six-way matchup, but as we explained earlier, live on Facebook, 2 men will be legal at any given time. You have to tag in and out, but it's Lucha rules. So that means if you go to the outside of the ring, somebody can enter the ring. They then become legal. You like Lucha rules?
I think you want to try to keep it simple, and if you're Brian Cage, your best bet is to destroy all 5 of them.
It's a great point.
Yep.
And it will be DJZ and Desmond Xavier getting the start here in this 6-way matchup. If you keep yourself in the center of the ring, you can allow nobody else in, keep yourself legal, and you have a chance to win.
It's like the old hide under the second rope for the Battle Royal gimmick.
DJZ and Desmond Xavier. And Xavier lands on his feet. Beautiful back and forth they go. Great chain wrestling. Are you a big chain wrestler?
No, I was more of a walker and a talker, Josh.
Well, it's got you here. And I can see why you and Scott DeMore get along so well. He calls the One Night Only shows with me, and he mentioned that strategy, exactly what he would do in a Battle Royal. He would just hide, hug the bottom rope.
I had a strategy, less bumps, more money.
I love it. That's
I'm
making that t-shirt.
Following it.
I'm going to make that t-shirt.
Now, Desmond Xavier is a guy who I have heard about nonstop since I've come here, and I'm very excited to get to see him tonight against DJZ and these tremendous athletes.
He landed on his feet. He does a move called the X19. I mean, Desmond Xavier, as I mentioned, he's just a different kind of athlete. He's so silky smooth inside the ring.
Makes it look easy. Look at the drop kick.
Now, DJZ, he's a former X Division champion, but I'm not sure if DJZ's ready for this new breed of athlete like Desmond Xavier.
I think he is. I ran into DJZ a few months ago in Japan and had a long talk with him. He's got exactly the kind of mindset that's going to make him successful in this style of match.
Well, DJZ is keeping pace with Desmond Xavier right now. That's the whenever he says DJ, you'll hear that. We heard it many times at WrestleCon in New Orleans when DJZ made his return to Impact. And look at this! So now somebody else can get in the ring down and they would be legal because DJZ opted to go out of the ring.
Yeah, just took out Ishimori with that flip dive. And Desmond with another flip, back flip, land on his feet. Trevor has no idea.
Nope, Trevor Lee is going to get sent to the outside, and now, again, somebody else can get in. I believe that would be El Hijo, Del Fantasma, and now the Son of the Ghost sent to the apron.
And Fantasma is a guy who is probably a little more well-rounded in terms of in-ring wrestling than some of the luchadors.
I mean, Fantasma's a big dude. He can throw
6'2".
He can throw some power moves around, but he's got some incredible aerial moves as well. The arrow from the depths of hell. I wonder if we'll see that.
Stiff kick.
Fantasma here tonight. DJZ springboard takes out Desmond Xavier. Gotta love the hairstyle of DJZ. That's gotta take a few hours.
You should get you one like that.
Give him a great Fantasma. Picks the ankle of DJZ. And Fantasma will get into the ring. You got to see the strategy playing out here. It's pull somebody out so somebody else can slide in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we still haven't seen Brian Cage. He's standing, looking fairly relaxed, waiting for his spot.
Check out Ishimori. Treats the wrestling ring like a playground. And Ishimori goes springboard into the senton.
And Ishimori, as always, looking jacked with that 8-pack.
Just a phenomenal athlete, so well conditioned is Taji Ishimori. And folks, again, we remind you, Season 4 of Lucha Underground happens June 13th, Wednesday night on the El Rey Network. We saw an incredible match to kick things off between Drago and Aerostar that saw Aerostar pick up the win. And Fantasma, I believe he was looking for the thrill of the kill, the thrill of the hunt moments ago.
Here we go.
We may see it. Big cutoff there by Trevor Lee with the interception. Are you impressed by Trevor Lee?
Oh. I am impressed. I'm impressed by the fact that Trevor Lee comes into a match like this and just knocks the man out of his boots with a stiff clothesline. No wasted motion. And there is a very solid forearm to the point of the chin by Trevor Lee.
First cover of the match and a kick out by DJ. Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, that's not smart.
Trevor goes after Brian Cage. Cage is going to be kept at bay. Maybe it was smart.
I don't think it's ever smart to enrage a 280-pound mutant like Brian Cage, but I could be wrong.
We'll see how this plays out for Trevor Lee as DJZ fires away with some jabs and crosses. And Trevor able to counter.
He's got that heel hook now. to figure out what he's going to do with it.
DJZ's looking for a corner to tag out of, and again, Trevor with another preemptive strike.
Quick small package.
Cradle, he's got him stacked up, and a kick out at 2 from the former X Division champion, Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee's so young in his career, Don, he's held the X Division title 3 times.
Well, he's got that power advantage you talked about. It makes him a difficult matchup for a lot of the X Division guys.
High and tight back suplex cover here by Trevor Lee, and another kick out by DJZ. He's got to get out of the ring, right?
Oh, absolutely. Needs a break. Needs to get out to the floor. Meanwhile, our friend Brian Cage, well rested and getting more angry by the minute because of Trevor Lee, no doubt.
Second time that Trevor's gone after Brian Cage. He goes after Desmond Xavier, so he's an equal opportunist.
Do you ever talk to Trevor? Do you find him intelligent?
No.
Right.
There's a reason we call him the Carolina Caveman. And you hear the fans. And Brian Cage is legal. Weapon X has been unleashed. Brian Cage making his pay-per-view debut. Look at this. Every time he's in the ring, Don, we see something new and more impressive.
Wraparound clotheslines, clubbing blows, and he knocked him out of his boots.
Beautiful short arm clothesline from Brian Cage. How impactful is that? Trevor set for the right, just throw down.
Just swatted him. Yeah, like nothing.
And now it's Desmond.
Whoa,
oh my God!
Good Lord!
He almost flew out of the ring.
Yeah, off the screen.
Phantasma able to counter for a second here on Brian Cage. Can Phantasma? Nope. Got caught. German throw. What a throw! Brian Cage has been unleashed. Here comes Ishimori. He got caught.
Yeah, telegraphed it too much.
Oh. Cage.
And again, Cage is used to this style. Looks like he tweaked his knee, but he's back, right back up.
Cage goes back up.
Springboard moonsault, shoulders 80 pounds.
I wonder, Don,
what a freak.
That side of the ring over there, one of those ropes are slippery from everything that's happened here tonight, but Cage is in a bad way right now.
That's 2 super kicks now.
Both men duck the clotheslines, and there's another kick from both Xavier and DJZ, and now Cage is down for the first time in this match. Ishimori, handspring, big kick there to Desmond Xavier.
Back of the head.
Taji Ishimori fired up. This is a great opportunity for Ishimori to impress and secure a victory. Instead goes to the outside and takes out Brian Cage.
Version of an acai moonsault, nailed the big man, but Trevor's right there.
That punt would have been good from 60 yards from Trevor Lee. Desmond goes back inside the ring. Here comes DJZ to DDT to the outside. What a move from DJZ. 4 men down. And now it's Phantasma's turn to fly. Looking for the arrow from the depths of hell, and it's picked off again. Xavier Stepmare, big kick.
Drop kick into a backflip onto his feet. What an athletic freak is Desmond Xavier.
Got caught here though by Phantasma. Love seeing these two in the ring. 2 athletes in the prime of their careers. And here comes the thrill of the kill.
Yeah, he needs to keep that. Oh no.
DJZ, super kick, saved Desmond Xavier.
Yep.
Only one man can win this 6-way matchup. DJZ and Phantasma legal at the moment. Turnbuckle powerbomb from DJZ.
To follow it up.
How much has been taken out of DJZ? I mean, he hit that DDT to the outside moments ago. Here comes Ishimori. And Taji Ishimori. Rolling Death Valley driver. Oh, what
Top
a kick! That's gonna do it. Ishimori's gonna secure the win and a kick out at 2.5. And here comes Brian Cage. Oh! Cage has recovered. And the powerhouse of this match, he can take over down, it feels, at any moment. Look at this!
Oh, whoa, he's got it caught!
Phantasma counters!
Set up for the drill claw there, didn't get it.
You like this? You like Desmond and Phantasma working together?
What else are you going to do against Brian Cage at 280 pounds? They work together.
Whoa, Phantasma! He got
what
caught!
In the name of God is he doing?
That's 2 grown men!
Wow!
That Brian Cage just threw over his head.
There's power And then there's the Machine.
Trevor Lee. Oh, Cage connects with a knee. Cage, look at this! Trevor Lee turned it around! Crossbody, collision course, and a kick out from Cage.
Caught Cage by surprise. Great counter wrestling by Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee used the momentum of Brian Cage and nearly secured a victory.
Well, that's the thing with a guy that's Cage's size. Once he gets that 280 pounds rolling in one direction, it's hard for him to alter the flight path.
Desmond Xavier comes in from out of nowhere, and look at Desmond Xavier!
Oh!
Handspring into a big kick, and Trevor Lee rolls to the outside. How's this match gonna end? And now Phantasma for the third time. The arrow from the depths of hell.
Phenomenal tope, top of the head to the sternum. Textbook.
Phantasma wisely gets Xavier back into the ring. And now looks to put away Desmond Xavier, shoulders down, and DJZ breaks it up. Don, how is this thing gonna end? You got bodies all over the place.
It's gonna end with bodies on the floor, I think.
Divide and conquer, separate your opposition.
I would have cut a deal with 2 people going into this match.
You still would have had to deal with the others. You should have cut a deal with 5.
That's a good point, maybe with 5.
Phantasma and DJZ up on the top rope. What the hell's gonna happen now? Top rope Hurricane Rana. DJZ falls into the cover, and Trevor Lee breaks it up in 2. This may go on all night. What a scene, what a night. Live at Redemption, and DJZ with the jawbreaker. And DJZ flying around, got caught. Will we see the German suplex, the big throw from Trevor Lee.
Great bridge.
Here comes Ishimori. Cage caught him.
Look out.
Look at Brian Cage. Look at this man's strength.
Weapon X.
And Cage connects. Ishimori down.
That's going to be all.
It should be over.
It should be.
There's no way Ishimori was kicking out. Rolling CDT. Yep, so much for my voice lasting for 3 hours.
And so far, I would say Brian Cage and DJZ have both looked phenomenal in this match. Going for the drill claw there, didn't get it.
It's amazing the way the Cage can get you in that drill claw. Double stop.
Innovative offense.
Bam!
Oh! Turned him inside out with that discus clothesline. Shades of Kerry Von Erich.
Likes to call it the tornado claw. Trying to catch Desmond Xavier. Absorbs the blow.
Whoa.
Catches the man.
Throws him like a child.
How impressive is Brian Cage?
Here we go, set up for the drill claw. Dropped him on his head.
Desmond Xavier may never kick out.
Yeah, you could count to 20.
The winner of the match, the Machine, Brian Cage.
And those that think that the Machine would have been out of his element in this match, we've seen a whole new side, another side of the Machine, Brian Cage. A man who can literally do it all.
Brian Cage is relentless, tenacious, and ruthless, remains undefeated. Now, when you look at the roster, is there anyone on the roster that Brian Cage can't beat? Is there anyone that can beat Brian Cage?
Interesting question, but let's look at some of this incredible action here.
Here's how it all played out, folks, and there was a lot of bodies flying everywhere. DJZ took flight. Brian Cage with the moonsault. Cage throwing people all over the place. Ishimori flying around. This was just out of this world.
Flying springboard DDT to the floor, throwing 2 men.
Desmond Xavier connected there. The arrow from the depths of hell finally from Phantasma. The drill claw that just dropped Desmond Xavier on his skull. And Brian Cage remains perfect. We may be talking about Brian Cage well into the night. A victory here for Cage. And we've got more to come, folks. Plenty more to come, including Allie defending her Knockouts Championship tonight against the dangerous Su Yung.
I'm standing backstage of the Impact Zone here at Redemption with a huge night ahead, and joining me now backstage is the current reigning Knockouts champion, Allie, who will face Su Yung later on tonight.
Hi, Mackenzie. Hi. So the name of the pay-per-view is Redemption, and you know, redemption means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And I sort of feel that there are some people, wrestlers, fans, that think that I'm a paper champion. You know, but I've proven myself. I've proven myself against Laurel Van Ness. I've proven myself against Sienna, and tonight I'm going to prove myself against Su Yung when I beat her for my Knockouts Championship.
You know, Allie, even though you're confident about Su Yung, Braxton Sutter will be ringside. How are you feeling about that?
Braxton. Yeah, I really thought that I could trust him. But I learned that the only thing and the only person that Braxton cares about is Braxton. And I spent a really long time putting other people ahead of myself, but not tonight. No, not tonight. Tonight, I fight for me. Tonight, I fight for this Knockouts Championship. Tonight, I fight for my redemption.
Best of luck, Allie.
Be a gladiator, now you're caught inside a lie. I won't lose this game you're playing. I won't lose all that
The following Knockouts match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, about to make her way to the ring, from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, she is Lucha Royalty, Taya Valkyrie.
Lucha Royalty. Taya Valkyrie caused quite the scene when she debuted here on Impact. And Don, this match that was announced earlier today on ImpactWrestling.com, who needs the win more? Is it Taya Valkyrie or is it Kiera Hogan? And will a victory propel one of them to a future Knockouts championship?
I think Taya Valkyrie is a huge name in the business internationally. She's a huge name here at Impact. She's coming off a tough loss. I think this is her get-right match with Kiera Hogan.
The Demon's Dance is the match that Don's talking about. It was the match tailor-made for Rosemary that she was victorious in against Taya Valkyrie. And that's a great point. Sometimes after coming off of a loss, you need a big, strong win. And will we get that here from Taya Valkyrie against the upstart Kiera Hogan? Remember, Kiera won her debut match. She defeated Laurel Van Ness.
Been very impressive, but this is a very tough draw to get Taya Valkyrie, especially when she's got something to prove.
Taya Valkyrie will look for the road to Valhalla to put away Kiera Hogan.
And now, introducing her opponent, making her way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, this is Kiera Hogan.
She calls herself the Girl on Fire. From Atlanta, Georgia, she was trained by Mr. Hughes of WCW fame, Don.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Boy, you want to hold that against her.
Kiera Hogan looking for an opportunity here tonight. Is that what it's all about here? I mean, is getting opportunities where you can get them, pick up victories where you can, and just sort of make your way through what is just a great Knockouts division right now.
You never get better by wrestling people at your level. You've got to wrestle up, and that's what Kiera Hogan's doing here tonight. A lot of guts, and the people love her. She's got a real strong connection with the fans.
When you're in your first pay-per-view match, when do the butterflies go away? When you get hit for the first time?
When the butterflies go away, time to quit the business. She's going to have to focus on not playing into the mind games of Taya Valkyrie, because Taya is a master of that.
So this is fire versus ice. The Girl on Fire, Kiera Hogan, and Lucha Royalty. And this
Here's the
is
size difference here.
Yeah, but this is just disrespectful, Don, from Taya to Kiera. There's no reason for this.
Well, Taya has no reason to respect Kiera Hogan yet. Kiera, to your point earlier, is going to have to give her the reason and beat that respect into her.
Kiera Hogan will look to use her speed in this matchup here. Get Taya Valkyrie off balance. Kiera building up here, and oh, Taya just, well, power over speed. Does it win every time?
100%. I mean, if you've got two equally matched individuals, I'll always put my money on the bigger, stronger of the two. In this case, that's Taya Valkyrie.
This is Redemption. We are live. We thank you for joining us around the world tonight, live on pay-per-view. We've got so much happening. Look at this! Hurricane Rana from Kiera Hogan out of the corner.
And if Taya has had a problem or a shortcoming, it's been that arrogance where she doesn't look to finish, she looks to pose.
Do you think that can cause more issues for Taya? Well, something's going on here. Our lights.
Who turned on the lights?
Hey, oh my.
All right. Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard.
How are you guys doing?
I know about that because I know about top talent. What are you doing here, by the way?
What am I doing
Did I
here?
sign you last week and forgot? I don't think I'd forget about that.
Don, you sound surprised. You should be thanking me right now. I know you've never sat next to a woman like me before, but
True.
You should be thanking me, guys.
Anything can happen when we're live on pay-per-view. Tessa Blanchard.
This is huge.
So third generation.
That's right.
Knockout? Can we say knockout? Are you here? Is this a thing? Are we going to see on Thursdays?
I guess you could say that.
And you picked an interesting time to come out here during this Taya Valkyrie versus Kiera Hogan match. Give me your thoughts on both of these two.
Is that a serious question, Josh?
Yeah.
I mean, in all seriousness, look, they're good. They're good, but let me tell you one thing. They're no Diamond. They're no Tessa Blanchard, and that's why I'm here. Josh.
Would you say that your upbringing and your family and your DNA at its core is what differentiates you from every other woman in this business?
Of course.
Tremendous.
Listen, Don, I've been in this business since before I was born.
That's the truth.
So if you don't mind, if I can just ask you a question, Tessa, you have a bit of a reputation on social media. There are people that are outspoken about your personality.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just asking her if she wants to talk to her critics.
What are you trying to say, Josh?
I'm giving you an opportunity live on pay-per-view in front of millions of people to state your case. You have a microphone in front of you. What do you say to your critics?
Look, Josh, there's one reason why I'm here. And it's because I've traveled the world, I've won championships, I've won tournaments, I've defeated the best on the independent circuit, and therefore I am the best, okay? And I've done a lot of soul searching, and I decided that I think Impact needs Tessa Blanchard, all right?
Now, what do you think of that? I mean, you're talking about two great athletes in the ring here tonight, Kiera Hogan and Taya Valkyrie. I mean, how would you wrestle Kiera Hogan?
Is that a serious question,
It's a
Don?
very serious question.
Listen, let's get back to the real matter here.
Whoa.
Taya Valkyrie comes out here calling
Hold
herself...
that thought, Taya, with the cover here on Kiera Hogan, who kicks out at 2. Sorry,
Don't
Tessa.
ever interrupt me again, Josh. Don't ever do that again.
I got to call the cover.
He does that
You're
all
lucky.
the time.
You get a pass this time.
Part of my job. To call
But
the,
Taya
all the
comes out
covers.
here calling herself wrestling royalty, lucha royalty. I've got news for her, okay? I am wrestling royalty.
You are.
I'm a third-generation knockout.
Your father, Tully Blanchard, one of the best ever, one of my favorites. You probably learned more from him than most of our knockouts learned their entire careers, Tessa.
None of these knockouts have my pedigree. None of these knockouts have the knowledge that I have, okay?
Really making friends tonight.
Josh, do you understand what's going on here?
Well, yeah.
She's making a statement is what she's doing, Josh.
I understand the statement, but, I mean, to come out here and to say that none of the knockouts have the pedigree that you have as Taya goes for the cover here on Kiera, hooks both legs and almost gets the win there. I mean, you look at the list of knockouts that have won the championship. You've got Gail Kim, you've got the current champion Allie, you've got Su Yung, and you're saying that none of them have your pedigree.
You know what, Josh? I'm not taking anything away from them. Look at them. They're talented. They got the looks. They got the charisma. But guess what, Josh? They are still no Tessa Blanchard. Okay?
I mean, I follow you on social media. I know that you like to say that Tessa is forever. Is that's one of your...
That's right.
Like a diamond.
That's exactly what I'm saying,
Thank you very
Don.
much. Thank you very
You're
much.
catching on. I'm proud of you.
Listen, I'm a big fan.
I'm so proud of
We
you.
need more Tessa on this broadcast. In fact, Josh, maybe you should go home and I'll just call
Josh,
everything.
maybe you should go
yeah,
home.
I think that would be great.
Mutual
Me and
admiration.
Tessa would be tremendous on this
All right,
Don.
first ever female play-by-play.
It'd be 3 hours of Tessa talking about Tessa, telling us how...
What
great
more
she
do you
is.
want? She's
What
a tremendous
more
athlete.
could you want?
Well, I'm sure it's trending worldwide right now. That
Kiera
Tessa,
Hogan with a big double sledge, meanwhile.
Tessa Blanchard has joined us here. Tessa Blanchard saying that she is a knockout. Now we'll see her on Thursdays. It sounds like you're gunning for the Knockouts Championship as Kiera Hogan looks to put away perhaps a huge upset right here and a kick out. Would you call it an upset if Kiera beat Taya Valkyrie?
Honestly, Josh, it doesn't matter. Here at Impact, I was the best on the independent circuit. And now that I'm here, I'm not looking to work my way up. I'm looking to go straight for the Knockouts Championship because I am the best, and I know that I can defeat the best here.
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Slap him, will you please, Tessa?
I wish I could.
God.
Do you think that
Dawn?
Go ahead.
Do you think that
it's
you
open
just
season.
deserve an opportunity at the Knockouts Championship?
Deserve? Of course. Not only do I deserve it, but I have earned it.
But you haven't earned it here. You've earned it on the independent scene.
Why are you arguing with our guest?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Call the match.
Do you want to handle this?
With the cover here and a kick out. I mean, look, you know, in sports, I guess you have to have you got to be boastful and talk about all the things that you've done, and then that's...
One thing you shouldn't do, Josh, is tick me off, and that's what you're starting to do. You're starting to tick me off.
Well, I respect that, and I will...
My money's on you in a fight with him, by the way.
Hey, mine too.
And I'm surprised back in the ring, if we can get back there, Kiera Hogan has done a masterful job of neutralizing the size and strength advantage of Taya Valkyrie.
Taya sidesteps now, and look at the strength of Taya.
Until that, at least.
Yeah,
Big Saito suplex.
And Tessa, this is what you're signing up for. This is what you're getting in the ring with as Taya goes for the cover again on Kiera. And Kiera's showing some great determination, kicks out at 2.
Now, you're a tremendous wrestler, Tessa, but are you big and mean like Taya? Taya's got a mean streak. How do you deal with that?
I'm a Blanchard.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Dirty as it gets, clean as they come.
Is that a t-shirt? Can I get that shirt? I would wear that.
Taya comes up empty. Kiera again using her speed.
Big super kick.
Yeah, I mean, again, Don, we both said it would be a huge upset if Kiera can pull off a victory here, but she's been impressive.
No way she gets a fisherman's suplex on Taya.
Taya counters, sidesteps. Taya Valkyrie, road to Valhalla locked in. And Taya looking to connect. Kiera doing everything she can to stay alive. Standing switch. And Taya, this time, the road to Valhalla connects. And Taya Valkyrie will earn a victory here at Redemption against a very game Kiera Hogan.
Now, I can't help but think, Tessa, that you're not just out here promoting Tessa Blanchard. You're out here on a scouting mission, aren't you?
Of sorts.
Of course.
Well, what's your scouting report on Taya Valkyrie?
Bring it on.
I like that. What was it? Dirty as I like it, clean as they come. Was that the tagline? Did I get that right?
We'll work on it.
I love that. I love that. That's money.
Well, Tessa, we thank you for joining us here for this Knockouts matchup.
You know what, Josh? You should thank me.
And I'm going to put myself over and say, declare victory. We have Tessa Blanchard on the roster. What could be better? Thanks, Tessa.
Tessa Blanchard.
She's a great commentator.
Here on Impact.
Much better than you.
She's a color analyst.
Lovely. No, she's a play-by-play.
Taya Valkyrie with the win. More to come, folks, as we try to settle in here.
Tonight continues on here at Redemption, and my guest at this time, the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams, who will face Matt Sydal later on tonight for the X Division Championship. You know, Petey, it's been 10 years since you've had that X Division Championship. Is tonight your night to reclaim the title?
10 years, 8 days to be exact. And that's long enough. Now, the Canadian Destroyer is cashing this in. And you saw earlier on tonight, Josh Matthews, Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal got his butterfly wings now, so he gets to fly solo. So the way I see it, if I'm doing the math correctly, instead of 2 against 1, it's 1-on-1. So now my chance have drastically increased. So it's 66 and 2/3.
Forget your Canadian math. Your Canadian mile is a kilometer. Your fraction, my 5/8 is your 9/16. Our 2/3 is your 3/4. Forget the math. Your best chance is when you look like me, right? When's the most time you made love to your wife? When you look like me. She misses me, don't she? Tell your wife I said hi. Good luck, Petey.
Hey, oh, Scotty, after the show, Cracker Barrel?
You got it, Petey. Bring your wife. God, I love this guy.
The path to enlightenment is never easy. And sometimes it's a body-mind connection that's missing. My one true spirit guide has shown me the way, the path to enlightenment, my third eye energy, and the path to the X Division Championship.
Canadian Destroyer! Get up there, Petey!
Petey Williams receives an X Division title match.
Well, Petey Williams is a former X Division champion, so I suppose it would seem superficially that he does stand a chance against me. However, what does Petey know about himself?
I think Matt Sydal is out of his mind right now.
Has he looked inside? Has he opened up his third eye? Because without that, he's not on my level.
I'm gonna capture the X Division title again.
I've removed fear. I've removed the things that kept me from being successful in the past, and my destiny ascends to a higher plane.
At this point in my career to win the X Division title, 10-year gap between title reigns, that'd mean everything to me.
The insight that I've gained will give me an advantage over Petey Williams, the originator of the Canadian Destroyer.
He was the first one ever that I performed the move on.
I'm going to pour my heart out in front of the whole world.
And I mean, now, look at us, where we're at now, 2018, 15 years later.
Challenge my body and my soul and know deep down inside that I have been empowered, that with an open third eye, there is no challenge I cannot overcome.
I mean, is that coincidence? I don't think so. I don't believe in coincidence. I think it's fate. And then this time, when I hit him with the Destroyer, you're gonna be looking at the next X Division champion.
The X Division Championship is our next match. Don, I have to ask, do you believe in trends? We've already seen one title change hands tonight.
I think what we're seeing is the pressure of the first pay-per-view of the new regime here in Impact Wrestling. You saw Tessa Blanchard show up here. Big news. People are nervous.
Anything can happen, especially when we're live.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Impact Wrestling X Division Championship. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 190 pounds. This is the Canadian Destroyer, Petey Williams.
Where's he from? What Hamlet was that he's from?
Well, he's from Canada.
What city, though? What do they say?
I'm sure Jimmy J got it right.
Windsor? Is that a, is that a real
that's
place?
A place.
Is it a place?
Windsor, Ontario. We'll be there.
Oh, hold that again. What?
June 1st and June 2nd.
They have a Ritz-Carlton there?
I don't believe they do.
Oh, God.
Will Petey Williams be X Division champion when we get to Windsor on June 1st?
And now, introducing his opponent, making his way to the ring, he is the Impact Wrestling X Division Champion. This is Matt Sydal.
Sydal captured the X Division Championship at Crossroads on March 8th by defeating Taji Ishimori, the first X Division Championship in the career of Matt Sydal. He's been a champion down all over the world.
I love Matt Sydal. I think he's one of the best wrestlers on the planet, but two words come to mind, flake, and one that Ishimori used, douche. And those are two words that I think of when I remember you with him.
He's enlightened. Matt Sydal is a different guy.
He was listening to you. Scary.
Which shows you how enlightened he was.
Obviously, the third eye was winking or something.
Well, it's done well so far for Sydal because he's the X Division champion of the world.
True that. He is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen, but Petey Williams is a guy who could beat you at any moment if he hits that big move, the Canadian Destroyer.
You're getting to look at the brand new X Division Championship. How cool are these new titles? We saw them earlier today on social media. I got an up-close look at the X Division Championship, and it's on the line here live at Redemption. Petey Williams, two-time X Division champion, won the first one down in 2004 in a gauntlet for the gold match, won his second in 2008 when he successfully cashed in Feast or Fired against Jay Lethal. Can he cash in for a second time?
You know what? He's in against a ring tactician, but the thing about Sydal is he's unpredictable. Which Matt Sydal is going to show up? Is his chi going to be focused? That's going to be key for him tonight against Petey Williams, who does not make a lot of mistakes, Josh.
Yeah, Sydal will have his chi centered in this matchup. There have been 68 X Division Championship reigns between 30 different wrestlers. the first X Division champion, AJ Styles. Chris Sabin has the most reigns at 8. The longest reign, 301 consecutive days by none other than our world champion, Austin Aries.
And that is an unbelievable stat when you think about the high-risk style to hold the belt for that long. Testament to Double A.
Past X Division champions include Jerry Lynn, Low Key, Kid Cash, Sanjay Dutt, Amazing Red, Christopher Daniels, Kenny King, Kurt Angle, and Rob Van Dam.
Veritable who's who, Josh.
I mean, when you hold the X Division Championship, it opens up doors. It's opened up the third eye of Matt Sydal. Look at this submission maneuver by Sydal.
Great tweak on a move made famous by the great Muda. Matt Sydal is an innovator, would you agree?
Oh, without question. And Sydal, you can laugh about his tactics and all the yoga, but I think it certainly helps, especially the longevity of the career of Matt Sydal. Cover here on PD. Nope, not so fast.
Well, if you look at the shooting star, the all-world shooting star press that Matt Sydal does, I'll credit that to that yoga, loosening up that lower back.
Crucifix type cover there. Do you think there's anyone in wrestling that does the shooting star better than Matt Sydal?
I'll take it one step further. There's never been anyone in wrestling who does the shooting star quite like Matt Sydal. One of the hardest moves to do. Chris Jericho famously broke his arm just trying to do it with a crash pad.
Reversal, and Petey goes up and over. Trying to go off the ropes here, trying to get a different angle on Sydal, and a beautiful tilt-a-whirl head scissors. 10 years, 8 days since Petey Williams won the X Division Championship.
Been a long time, but Petey, one of the most well-conditioned athletes in the history of the X Division. And again, phenomenal Hurricane Rana.
Petey looking to cash in here and become X Division champion.
He's going to go for it?
Time.
Nope.
He's looking for the Canadian Destroyer. Nice counter. Beautiful pinning opportunity by Matt Sydal.
Now, if Petey has a weakness, Josh, I would say sometimes he desires that Canadian Destroyer. He wants it so bad that he telegraphs it. Hopefully he doesn't do that against Sydal tonight.
Well, Don, only one person in history has ever kicked out of the Canadian Destroyer. That was Eli Drake. Once he hits it, he's almost guaranteed a victory. But do you think he goes to the well one too many times for it?
I think he becomes I think he's such a great wrestler. There's so many more ways he could beat somebody. Sometimes he becomes obsessed with hitting that move. One of the most famous moves in the history of pro wrestling, really, if you look at the last 20 years.
Yeah, and the fans would love to see the Canadian Destroyer here as Petey Williams goes Pele kick into the back of Matt Sydal. Are we going to get it? Here we go. Impact is interactive, folks. Canada's such a great country, Don.
Are you allowed in?
Of course, I'll be in Windsor, June 1st and June 2nd for Impact tapings. VIP packages will be available soon at shopimpact.com. Single leg Canadian crab here.
Sitting down deep here. Sydal has had, as you would know, some neck and back issues the last number of months, so this is a doubly painful hold for him to have to endure.
Yeah, I talked to Matt earlier today about everything that he's dealing with right now. He says that he's upped his yoga game as Petey looks to continue to inflict more offense to the back of Matt Sydal. And Sydal counters!
And that might be the best spinning roundhouse kick I've ever seen. Phenomenal execution by Matt Sydal.
Are you liking the strategy of Petey in this match, though, going after the legs and the lower back of Sydal, maybe taking away the shooting star press?
You got to do it. You got to go with where the injuries are.
So many trending topics tonight. Tessa Blanchard shows up. She's the newest knockout on the roster. We have new World Tag Team Champions in Scott Steiner and Eli Drake. We don't know what happened to Conan. He was attacked. LAX found that out moments before they defended their titles for the last time.
Yeah, and obviously got in their head. Look at the cover here for Sydal.
Kick out.
And Sydal, the way he's moving, I think the strategy of Petey Williams is playing to a T.
And now it's Matt Sydal loosening up the legs of Petey Williams. Is the pace of this match going a little bit slower than you anticipated?
It's slow for a Matt Sydal match because I think Petey's had a great strategy. And now we're getting to see a bit of a side of Sydal we don't always see, the hooking into submission, causing the pain.
Well, that was a great placement, right, of the ankle of Sydal moments ago with that submission hold?
Phenomenal.
And now Petey Williams is going to try to just overpower, perhaps, Sydal, who lands on his feet. Watch Matt Sydal, so unique, so different. Looking to retain the title and a kick out from Petey Williams.
Watch this now.
Standing landing. Beautifully executed moonsault, and Petey gets some space there to kick out at 2. The cover didn't look flush there from Matt Sydal.
No, and what's unique and great about Matt Sydal is he hits that standing moonsault with a full tuck. Phenomenal.
What's going through the mind of Sydal right now? What do I got to do next to put this guy away?
Well, he's the champion, so, I mean, if he wants to, he can lay back a little bit. You got to beat the champion. Sydal just has to get out of here without being pinned or submitted.
Yeah, Don talking about the championship advantage that belongs to Matt Sydal in this match. He doesn't have to beat Petey Williams by pinfall or submission. He's just got to escape unscathed and keep his title.
But you would know better than most. I don't think that's the mindset of Matt Sydal. He wants to hit that shooting star press.
Does he want to hit it as bad as Petey wants to hit the Canadian Destroyer? I guess we'll find out. Both men down now. X Division Championship is on the line. It's Matt Sydal one-on-one with Petey Williams. These two have given it their all in this match. Petey's in a great position right now if he wants to use some of that X Division style that's become so famous, and we've seen our second code breaker of the night. Courtesy of Petey Williams. Sydal trying to counter. Petey floats up the other side. Side Russian leg sweep. Crucifix style cover. Sydal down and kicks out at 2.
Great combination by Petey.
And now Petey again trying to put away Matt Sydal. Will Petey go for a cover, or will he try to go for the
Petey needs to not worry about these fans is what Petey needs to do. Calling for the Destroyer. Yeah.
Sydal back to his feet. Petey Williams goes low. Sydal counters. Back and forth they go. Petey Williams has Matt Sydal up, and a TKO style move there from Petey Williams. And again, looking to the crowd.
Yeah, telegraphing it. And I think Sydal already knows he wants to hit it. So don't telegraph it, but that's exactly what Petey's been doing.
Petey now, perhaps, has he done enough? Sydal steps out, misses with the big kick, doesn't miss with the backup. Do you think Petey, his placating to the fans is going to cost him in this match?
Placating to the fans is never a good idea, Josh. You know that.
Do it after you win, right?
Absolutely. Soak it up.
Yes.
Go to the bar. Get over.
Yes. Buy drinks. We'll be at the bar later.
You're buying tonight?
No, we're looking for someone to buy us drinks.
Here we go. Here we go. He's going to try to hit it.
Looking for the shooting star. Petey Williams to his feet. Sydal on his. Petey got caught with a Hurricane Rana.
Roll through.
Petey Williams now looking for the sharpshooter.
He's got it hooked in. That injured back of Sydal has got to be screaming.
Is Matt Sydal close enough to the bottom rope?
Could have a new X Division champion if it can keep him for the ropes. Great move.
Petey Williams hooks the hand of Matt Sydal, whose fingertips away, and Matt Sydal able to grab the bottom rope. Petey's got a break.
Great ring awareness by Matt Sydal there, getting that rope break.
How much damage was done, though, Don?
Well, if you look at how he landed when he had gone for his big move, he landed awkwardly. I think the back is giving him problems.
Petey, now he's the one thinking, what do I have to do next? When can I hit the Canadian Destroyer?
I would go right back to that sharpshooter, to be honest.
And Petey Williams goes to the outside with the code breaker this time.
Slingshot code breaker over the top rope onto the apron. Haven't seen that one before.
Very unique and impressive from Petey Williams, but as we talked about, Petey's got to get Sydal back into the ring. That's the only way that Petey Williams can become X Division champion tonight. Referee now at a count of 3.
Both men feeling the effects of this war in the X Division for the X Division title.
Sydal now back into the ring. Petey Williams in hot pursuit. You can see the toll that this match has taken on Petey. And he's got one goal, Don. He's got one goal right now. It's the Canadian Destroyer. Oh, big counter from Matt Sydal.
Stiff knee, point of the chin, caught Petey. Great counter by Petey Williams, shaking it off.
Who will gain the advantage? As Sydal goes Hurricane Rana. Off the top, just picked Petey Williams off the top rope. Matt Sydal's got to go. Looking for the shooting star, perhaps. If he can get to the top rope, he will look to go airborne.
Moving gingerly, though, from that back.
Sydal on his feet. Sydal shooting star. Oh. Petey got the knees up. Petey got the knees up.
Caught him in the sternum with both knees.
Here comes Petey Williams for the 3rd time. He's got him loaded. Canadian Destroyer.
Nailed it.
Petey Williams. Matt Sydal rolls out of the ring. How smart of Sydal. Did he he do it on purpose? Does he know where he is?
Literally looks like he just rolled that way. Maybe a little bit of instinct kicked in, but I would crawl right under the ring at this point because that Canadian Destroyer has a devastating effect.
Falling out of the ring just saved the X Division Championship for Matt Sydal, but will it last? Can Sydal stay in this match?
No question, had Petey been able to get the pin, we would have had a new champion. Trying now to get Sydal back.
So now
Sydal's just dead weight.
The mindset of Petey, does it change? I hit my big move, I hit the Canadian Destroyer, the match is still going on. What will Petey Williams do next?
I think Petey's trying to decide, and that's not what you want to do against Matt Sydal. You've got the man down, take full advantage.
Throughout his career, once he hits the Canadian Destroyer, he is celebrating. No way.
Come on.
Petey Williams is looking for a super Canadian Destroyer on Matt Sydal. Sydal hangs on. Petey comes up empty. Petey went big.
Desperation counter by Matt Sydal, holding on to that turnbuckle coupling.
Sydal now looks again to go airborne on Petey Williams. No, Petey rolled in.
Look at that back give out.
Petey Williams.
He's got him.
Sydal slips through. Sydal. He's got Petey Williams stacked up, and Matt Sydal retains the X Division Championship.
The winner of the match, and still Impact Wrestling X Division Champion, Matt Sydal.
And with all the talk of the devastating moves, the Shooting Star Press, the Canadian Destroyer, a wrestling move, gave the victory to our X Division champion, Matt Sydal.
Well, let's take you back throughout this match and see how it all unfolded, Don, because this was a great match. Maybe different than we anticipated, as Sydal with a big kick there. Back and forth they went. The code breaker to the outside from Petey Williams. The Hurricane Rana that picked Petey off the top rope. This was the second Shooting Star. At this point, I thought it was over. I thought Canadian Destroyer.
100%. Look at this.
Innovative counter from Matt Sydal to retain his championship.
And he dropped him right on the back of his head, allowing him to get the 3 count. Great technical wrestling by our X Division champion, Matt Sydal.
Congratulations to Sydal on retaining his championship here tonight at Redemption.
We're moments away from the very first House of Hardcore Rules match to ever take place on Impact Wrestling. Are you guys ready?
Honestly, Mackenzie, I can't explain what I'm feeling right now. I can't explain how I feel about Sammy and OVE.
Sammy, OVE, there's no way on God's green planet you guys win this tonight, and I'll tell you why. In 3,000 plays in the NFL that I played in, each play was a hardcore match. And plus, we add the innovator of violence, Tommy.
A visionary once said, "I have a dream." And I wish he was alive to see this dream, because every time I walk through the curtain, we are united with our love for professional wrestling. And white stands with black. Man stands with women. Youth stands with age. And again, we are united. OVE, you stand for everything that I hate. Tonight, you will have your redemption.
The impact of old is no more. The impact of old is dead. Long live the new era icons. Long live OVE. I expected better out of Eddie. You're a guy just like OVE that's had to scratch and claw for everything in your career. So for you to come out, I take as straight disrespect. See, it's not about wins and losses with OVE. Eddie Edwards got into the ring and I did exactly what I said I was going to do, and that was hurt him. I hit Eddie Edwards in the face with a baseball bat. And do I feel bad for it? No. I don't feel bad for a single thing I did. I don't feel bad for a single thing I did, and I regret nothing.
Going to the hospital, get this checked out. Believe me, Sammy, I'll be back for you.
Sami Callihan is the one who tried to take my eye, the one who tried to end my career, the one who stalked my wife, the one who is trying to ruin not just my career, but my livelihood, my life.
Sami Callihan, Chris Burns, OVE. You say Ohio versus everything. Because Ohio, here I am.
Eddie, did you really think you could just come right into our home and just waltz right in and not get your ass kicked? See, we let you walk out. We let you leave because I want you to go back to all your friends, all your family, all your loved ones, and let them know that we are coming. OVE will take down every single person you love just to prove a point.
That's OVE! Why are they going after Moose?
Josh, we heard Sami Callihan is gonna go after Eddie Edwards' friends, and we know the history between Moose and Eddie Edwards.
This is disgusting. Eddie Edwards is here. Mr. Anything is Possible going after Sami Callihan.
Sammy, bottom line is, I'm gonna get you tonight, and I'm gonna get you next week. I will not stop until I end you.
Sami Callihan's a son of a who took a baseball bat and smashed Eddie Edwards' face in. He smashed his orbital bone in. He crushed his nose. He went on TMZ Sports and said, "I'll do it again." Into the steel guardrail. Quit! Look, the match is over. Impact Wrestling has thrown in the towel on behalf of Eddie Edwards. This is the last thing that corporate wants.
Sami Callihan got his sights set on Moose. Big senton! Sami Callihan now has grabbed that bat, the same bat that he crushed Eddie Edwards' face with. Oh! There's Eddie, there's Eddie! Double leg on Sami, he's going right after Sami. Not again. Alicia, Eddie's wife. No, Sami, don't do this. Oh! The hardcore legend, Tommy Dreamer!
I've been fighting a war my entire career, and I've been part of revolutions. 3 of us are gonna take on the 3 of you, and we're gonna get our redemption in the first ever House of Hardcore match live at Redemption.
This is going to be one of the most emotional matches that has ever taken place in Impact Wrestling. It's pretty simple, Don. House of Hardcore rules, anything goes. There are no rules in this match, and it has to come to this.
I've known Tommy Dreamer for over 20 years. I was in ECW with him, and I can tell you that no rules, that's exactly how Tommy likes to play it.
Team match is scheduled for 1 fall and will be contested under House of Hardcore rules. Introducing first, making their way to the ring, they are OVE.
Sami Callihan is a vile and appalling human being. Don, all he had to do was say, "I'm sorry," for taking a baseball bat and busting your eye open, for taking a baseball bat and breaking your nose. But Sami Callihan doubled down. Sami Callihan didn't apologize, and Sami Callihan needs to get his ass kicked tonight.
Try to call it straight for once. Jesus.
And now, introducing their opponents, first making his way to the ring from Yonkers, New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, this is Tommy Dreamer.
He's the innovator of violence. He is Tommy Dreamer, an ECW original. Don, you've known him, as you mentioned, over 20 years. He owns and operates House of Hardcore. They do great promotional work. They do great wrestling matches. And now Tommy's bringing that House of Hardcore rules.
Everyone thinks he's Mr. Nice Guy, but I'll tell you, he is a deviant of the highest order.
And now, introducing his tag team partner, about to make his way to the ring from the Moose Nation, weighing in at 300 pounds, Moose!
Sami Callihan said that he was going to go after the friends of Eddie Edwards, Eddie and Moose. Well, they're friends. They have a mutual respect for one another, and I thought it was great that Moose came to the aid of his friend Eddie Edwards.
Sami Callihan is like a hillbilly cult leader.
Okay.
He's not just going to go after you. He's not just going to go after your family and your friends. He'll go after your prom date if he can find out who that is. It never is over with Sami Callihan.
Introducing their tag team partner from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 239 pounds, Eddie Edwards!
He is Die Hard. He is Mr. Anything is Possible. Don, there's no way that you can say anything about Sami Callihan that he doesn't deserve what's coming to him here tonight.
They caught the Chris.
Oh, Jake Chris!
On the apron.
Jake Chris goes down hard. And the opening salvo was fired by OVE, and there's Eddie Edwards!
Great tope on Callihan.
Again, folks, anything goes. There are no rules. This will be bedlam and anarchy and chaos. Live at Redemption. OVE, they need to regroup here, but Tommy Dreamer's not going to let that happen.
Tommy straight for the weapons. Classic Tommy Dreamer.
Moose has a ladder in hand. Garbage can lid off the skull of Jake Chris. Chair in the ring. Tommy Dreamer, Moose and Eddie Edwards, they got off to a fantastic start here in this match. Look at Tommy go.
Yeah, this is exactly the type of thing that Tommy Dreamer always liked in ECW. Preferred not to wrestle, and Eddie Edwards with the trash can lid to the head of Callihan.
Rabid fans in the Impact Zone are loving every second of this. And Moose again fires up on Jake Christ.
People remember.
Oh, and Eddie Edwards again goes after. That was Dave Christ on the outside.
And I can tell you from talking to Eddie Edwards, this is a different Eddie Edwards. He's not been the same since the bat incident. He's got the vision back in his eye, but he realizes what it could have meant to him had he lost the eye, had he lost his career, had he lost his life.
Tommy Dreamer, he is the innovator of violence for a reason. Kendo stick to Jake Christ, and a big time throw there from Tommy. Former ECW champion.
Tommy's in his element, without a doubt.
Tree of woe for Jake Christ. I think we're going to see some classic Tommy Dreamer. This has got to bring you back, Don.
Yeah, like I said, I saw this over and over again in ECW.
And Sami Callihan with the interception.
Jumping thrust kick by Callihan, so sneaky athletic.
Eddie Edwards with a steel chair off the face of Callihan. A smile on the face right now of Mr. AIP. And Jake Chris.
Oh, God!
Wow! Would have knocked that out of Fenway.
Jake Chris might be done.
Sami Callihan taking the opportunity now to try to get back at Eddie Edwards.
And I would argue there's no one in Impact Wrestling who takes advantage of an opening quite like Sami Callihan does, as we saw just there.
Eddie Edwards trying to create some space here. Sami catches him and throws. Oh my! The lower back of Eddie Edwards bounces off of the steel chair. Cover here by Sami Callihan. Moose dives in. So Don, you mentioned it. This is a different Eddie Edwards. Does Eddie have that depth that it's going to take to rid himself of OVE and Callihan?
Oh, I mean, look, Eddie Edwards was always Mr. Nice Guy. That's not the Eddie Edwards that I've been dealing with in the last 3 months. I can tell you that.
Moose! Big combination from the former offensive lineman.
Moose is such a tremendous athlete. very rare occasions have football players made the transition to pro wrestling as effectively as Moose.
Let's see what the big man has in mind right now. Is Moose looking to fly? Moose up and over it. Moose crashes and burns into the ladder.
Tope con hilo, but hit the steel, and Moose might be done.
That's got the lower back of Moose. You can see him just cringing and writhing in pain.
And Dreamer's got the kendo stick.
Here comes Tommy and Eddie working together. Jake Christ caught it first. There's Dave Christ. He's down. Christ brothers, former World Tag Team Champions. They're in a fight tonight.
And in New Orleans, I witnessed Eddie Edwards brutalize Callahan and continue pouring on the punishment again. A different side. Look at the face of Eddie Edwards.
And Sami Callihan busts it up with a kendo stick. Don, did you have a choice when you came out, threw the towel in on behalf of Impact? Eddie would have never quit that match.
No, he wouldn't have, and there would have been a disaster, and I have a responsibility on the corporate side to do something. That match had to end, and look at Callahan tearing at the flesh of Eddie Edwards.
This man is vulgar and sleazy.
He's all of those things, but he's also smart and a great wrestler.
And right now, OVE, Sami Callihan, they have taken over this match. Moose crashed and Bernie's still on the outside. Tommy's in the corner, he's hurt. Eddie's down. And now OVE can go to work.
Innovative offense.
Big kick there by Jake Christ. Super kick to the jaw of Dreamer. Thumbs up.
Yeah, Callahan utilizes the Christ brothers in a way that is really unique. He creates openings for himself, sacrificing the Christs, but the Christs don't seem to care. It really is a collective. It's nice.
If you follow Sami Callihan, you got to have a few screws loose. And if you've ever spent time with Dave and Jake Christ, they have more than just a few screws loose.
You ever been to the compound where they all live in Dayton? You ever been to Dayton? Who would go to Dayton?
I've been invited. I declined the offer. And now the table's being set up.
You didn't want to join the trailer park cult?
I didn't. I hear it really is cult-like in the wrestler house of Dave and Jake Christ. And now, what do these three have in mind? They're sadistic. What are they thinking?
Look out. I mean, this is just Saturday night in Dayton, Ohio for the Christs and for Sami Callihan. They love this sort of match.
House of Hardcore rules, anything goes here tonight. It was suggested by Tommy Dreamer. Dreamer's 47 years old, Don. He's done some incredible things in this match already.
What Tommy Dreamer continues to do to his body at age 47 is amazing to me.
Tommy's proven that he can certainly still go, but now you've got Eddie all, this is bad. This is bad. Down, you got another towel.
Why is it bad?
Because Eddie's all alone.
I don't have another towel. Listen, Eddie Edwards has said some things about Callahan that are going to lead to this continuing on here.
And the numbers advantage is going to be too much.
And that's that, using the Christs as a pawn in order to get an opening. Callahan's so effective.
Now what is he going to do?
He's going to make a statement.
Eddie Edwards is in a bad way right now. His friends and partners are outside the ring. They can't help him right now in this 3-on-1 onslaught from OVE.
What is this?
Oh, no. This is going to be an all-seeing eye. One of the signature maneuvers.
Oh, he nailed it.
Of OVE onto the steel chairs. Just pin him. End the match. Let this be over, and Moose breaks it up in two.
Back-jumping Moose.
Moose is back into this one. Moose is taking out everybody.
Moose is a great combination wrestler, high impact, and a lot of punch from his days as an all-star offensive lineman.
Sami was able to counter, but Moose with a big-time drop kick.
Shades of Jim Brunzell, drop kick to the face from the 6'5", 300-pound Moose.
What a vertical leap from this man. You forget that Moose is 6'5", 299. He's so big, but the way he moves is incredible. Jake Christ. Oh! God. Top of the trash can. Moose goes for the cover. Jake Christ is down.
Christ is done.
Dave breaks it up.
what brothers are for, Josh.
And again, anything goes. There's no tags in this match. Everyone's legal. Eddie Edwards is still down. Tommy's starting to stir.
Eddie Edwards is in a very compromising position. What's he got?
Tape? Yeah, he's got
duct tape.
He's got duct tape. What are they going?
Is gonna choke him out?
Oh,
gonna choke him out with the tape.
Sami Callihan off the ropes, building speed. He's gonna go after Tommy. Tommy counters. Somebody's got to get to Eddie. Somebody's got to help Eddie inside the ring.
Why? It's a House of Hardcore match.
Sami Callihan looking to powerbomb Tommy. Dreamer counters. Dreamer looking for the Death Valley driver.
Into the table. Classic Dreamer.
The table shatters. Eddie Edwards trying to get something going here now with Dave Christ in the ring.
And Eddie Edwards just keeps coming. Obsessed with revenge against OVE and Sami Callihan for what they've done to him.
But at what cost?
They try to take his eye. They stalked his wife. They will stop at nothing. And Eddie Edwards has been trying to play their game.
Oh no. Those are thumbtacks.
Ugh.
Hundreds of thumbtacks in the ring, thanks to Dave Christ.
Big right hand.
Dave's gonna put Eddie up on the top rope and look to drive him through those thumbtacks.
And I believe if they hit this, it's over, but here's Moose.
Moose again, back to Jake Christ. Can Moose get to Eddie Edwards? Can Moose get to his buddy? Oh boy, this may backfire.
No.
Dave Christ, he's up. Eddie Edwards, big knee, Boston knee party, off Dave Christ, into the thumbtacks. The assist goes to Moose.
But Eddie took some tacks in the lower back and leg. Bodies are splayed everywhere.
Tommy Dreamer back into the mix after the Death Valley driver
Dreamer's
through the table.
Dreamers have broken backs, broken necks. How he keeps going at age 47, I have no idea.
Tommy through the table, head first into the table. Callihan gonna bury Tommy underneath.
What's Moose doing?
Moose looks to be busted open.
He's got a contusion on his left rib.
And Moose, he got caught! Oh! Moose takes out Dave. Jake took out Moose. 3 men are down.
Caught him
tables.
with a cutter.
Those tables exploded. This is a car crash.
And now, Callihan and Eddie Edwards.
This is what we wanted to see. This is what we've been waiting for. These two in the ring together. Eddie Edwards has Sami up. Sami, he's got his eyes. Sami Callihan has the eyes.
He's gonna take the eye.
Sami, looking for the get out of here. Connects on Eddie Edwards. The cover by Sami. Will Eddie kick out? And he does it too.
Callihan hated that he was vilified by literally everyone in this business for what he did to Eddie Edwards. And he's been taking it out on people ever since.
Unapologetic has Sami Callihan been ever since he took that baseball bat. Does he have it again? Does he have it? He has a baseball bat again. No.
Here we go. He's gonna finish it.
Come on, Tommy.
Gonna take both the eyes. Barbed wire baseball bat in the hands of the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer. By God.
This is not good for Sami Callihan. Oh, off the hands.
Caught him in the guts.
DDT from Dreamer.
Vintage Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy's gonna take out Sami Callihan. Oh, and a low blow. Desperate measures from Callihan. He's got Tommy rolled up, and Sami Callihan secures the win.
Callihan sacrificed himself with a baseball bat and suckered Dreamer in for the inside cradle.
Eddie!
Here comes Eddie!
Eddie Edwards, he's not done. He doesn't care.
The match is over.
He doesn't care. Eddie Edwards wants redemption.
The match is over. Eddie Edwards is out of his mind.
Eddie Edwards was driven to this place by Sami Callihan.
He's got the barbed wire bat. Referee needs to do something here.
What's he gonna do?
In his face!
Eddie's possessed.
Going for the eye! Going the... Oh! Callahan is predictably busted wide open from the barbed wire.
Don, you're right. This is a different Eddie Edwards. We've never seen this side of Eddie Edwards before.
The match is over. Callahan pinned Dreamer.
Eddie Edwards now with the tape.
That tape they were using to choke Eddie Edwards earlier.
Oh my.
Callahan is busted wide open from the barbed wire baseball bat. Have you ever seen that level of ferocity from Eddie Edwards as we just witnessed?
Never. Never before. And Eddie Edwards, he's not done. He's looking to...
He's lashing him, taping him to the top rope, taping the arms in place. Callahan is defenseless, Josh.
Eddie Edwards is going to sacrifice Sami Callahan live on pay-per-view.
And that's duct tape.
Callahan has nowhere to go. He's locked up.
He's helpless.
He's spit in the face of Eddie Edwards.
Spit blood in the face, in the eye of Eddie Edwards. How symbolic. But Callahan's in no position to defend himself. Kick to the groin.
Wow. Whoa.
What is Eddie doing? Wipe the blood of Callahan on his own face. Look at the face of Eddie Edwards.
And Eddie Edwards starting to tee off on Sami Callahan.
Singapore cane to the leg. Oh God, sickening thud.
This is not Eddie Edwards. This is a man possessed.
Oh, did you hear the crack of the bone?
Oh!
Line him up for the kill shot, Josh. Line him up for the kill shot.
Eddie Edwards, he just took out the ref. This is too much.
This is not the Eddie Edwards that we all know.
We asked if Eddie was capable of this.
Look at this, he's measuring him. Dreamer. Eddie's so out of control, even Dreamer is telling him to back off. And Eddie just shoved Dreamer to the ground.
No,
oh, in the head, kill shot.
Sami Callahan.
Someone needs to stop this. And then Chris takes one. Takes a stick to the face for good measure. And Eddie Edwards is completely out of control, Josh.
He's not going to stop.
He's not going to stop, is right. Someone needs to stop this.
That's
Alicia. That's Alicia.
Edwards.
That's Eddie's wife.
The wife of Eddie Edwards, Alicia.
Oh, God.
No.
What the hell? Eddie Edwards has... Let's get some medics down here. The doc. Hold on, Josh.
This is bad. Edwards is a mess right now.
Get a doc for Callahan too, I think.
We're still.
Yeah, we're still here.
Wow. God, this is. Oh, man.
It's okay. It's your husband. It's your husband. It's your husband.
Inadvertent, obviously.
Alicia came down to stop.
Yeah.
Eddie from delivering another shot with the kendo stick to Sami Callihan, and Eddie just reacted, and he took out his wife.
Callahan is not moving, and neither is Alicia Edwards. God.
This is bad.
I'm very happy to be back in Impact. A lot of great competition here. Por eso estoy aquí. I am the first Triple Crown champion of Lucha Underground, and that has prepared me to challenge por el Campeonato Mundial. In New Orleans, mi hermano Pentagon won the match. But tonight, family, it's out the door. And the championship, it's on the line. Pentagon, Austin Aries, estás mirando. You are looking at the new world champion. Animo.
Global Wrestling Network is the premier destination for the best wrestling from around the world. Watch new episodes of Impact, Explosion, and exclusive digital content online or on your phone, all for free. Upgrade to the premium subscription and get ad-free access to the extensive library of current and past weekly Impact episodes, greatest matches, classic pay-per-views, and original series with more content added each month. Get Global Wrestling Network now on iOS, Android, or at globalwrestlingnetwork.com.
What a night it's been here so far, Redemption, but the action certainly doesn't stop here. Still to come tonight, a main event triple threat match for the world title. But speaking of the main event, joining me now backstage is the current Impact Grand Champion and the current Impact World Champion, Austin Aries. Austin, what are your thoughts going into tonight's match?
I've had a lot of thoughts, Mackenzie. Actually, the last few weeks, a lot of thoughts because everything keeps changing. You know, we get to New Orleans and we think we're on a certain course, and then everything changed. But that's okay, because that's what life is. Life is unpredictable. And if you want to be the very best, you have to know how to react to unpredictable situations. So tonight I find myself in the ring not with one man, but with two men. Pentagon Jr. and Fenix. Not just any men, but two of the most well-respected professional wrestlers on the globe. And I got a taste of exactly what they're all about in New Orleans, and let me tell you, they're world class. But what they're not is the world champion. That's me. I've been going around the globe collecting belts, putting companies on my back, being the ambassador of professional wrestling, changing the game, changing the way things are done. But the only way you can accomplish that is to have the power, and the power is in my hands. And I can't let either one of you gentlemen take that power from me here tonight. Because right now, there's not a more dominant man in professional wrestling than me. And one-on-one, I can beat anybody. But tonight, it's not one-on-one. There's three of us in there. That changes the equation. It changes the dynamic. It changes the strategy. There's actually a chance, Mackenzie, I could lose my world championship tonight and never be pinned, never submit. That concerns me, especially when you realize that Pentagon Jr. and Fenix are brothers. So am I a little worried? I'm a little worried. Do I feel like maybe my back is in a corner? Maybe I do. But there's not a more dangerous place to put me than in a corner. Tonight, Pentagon Jr., Fenix, Austin Aries, Redemption, setting the course for the new Impact Wrestling. And whoever walks out the world champion tonight will be the man to lead the charge. But we all know there's only one man for that job. And you're looking at him.
It was shocking.
Boom! Laurel's down! Allie crawls into the cover! Wow! And we've got a new Knockouts champion! Are you kidding me?
But it was probably one of the happiest moments of my life.
Me and you could just go somewhere and just talk for just a little bit.
You know what? I just need some alone time. So no, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
So that's it, huh? Allie's not out here for a reason. Allie ruins lives. I know things have been distant between us lately. You're doing amazing. You're a champion. Allie, I love you.
They call her the Undead Bride. She's left a trail of terror, of broken bodies along the way. Just kicked out of that code breaker. Braxton Sutter hooks her ankle. Grounds for disqualification. This certainly is. This wasn't about a match. This wasn't about the Knockouts Championship. This is about Su Yung making an impact.
Stepping in the ring with Su Yung, it's going to be an all-out war. I'm keeping my Knockouts Championship, and that's end of story.
Allie psyching herself up for her biggest challenge to date as Knockouts champion. Can Allie build up enough courage to get in the ring and successfully defend her championship against the Undead Bride? Have you ever seen anyone like Su Yung time?
My second wife reminded me a bit like her.
Pay-per-view from off the grid, the bloody Undead Bride, Su Yung!
We still don't know the relationship between Braxton Sutter and Su Yung. We know this about Su. She's dark, she's deranged, she's mysterious. She made her debut on Impact by attacking Allie. Since then, she's defeated the likes of Amber Nova and Kiera Hogan, and this is Su Yung.
Su Yung brings a level of viciousness and brutality that I don't think I've seen in the Knockouts division, certainly not in many, many years. And Braxton, I mean, the word gigolo comes to mind.
Well, we've seen him propose to several knockouts. They've all said no.
It's like it's his opening line. Will you marry me? Look at it. Oh.
The Undead Bride, Su Yung, challenging.
Blood or whatever dripping from her mouth.
She's certainly unbalanced, putting it lightly.
And now, introducing her opponent, about to make her way to the ring, she is the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Champion, Allie!
As you get a look at the new Knockouts Championship being worn by Allie, there have been 50 reigns between 19 knockouts with the Knockouts Championship. First champion ever, Gail Kim. Longest reign, Taryn Terrell at 279 days. Most reigns also belongs to Gail Kim at 7.
And how'd you like to be Allie, looking across the ring at your former paramour, Braxton Sutter, and the Undead Bride, Su Yung? I've never seen a woman as scary looking as Su Yung.
You know, Don, we asked the question if Eddie Edwards had what it takes to get to that level. He got there, he passed it, and what we saw was unlike anything we've ever seen before. Can Allie match what Su Yung has?
I don't know. I mean, she'd have to go to a place so dark, and I don't know that Allie's capable of it. You saw Su used Braxton Sutter in that former relationship with Allie to get the jump on the champion.
You know, Allie, she's so zealous and perky. She's a fireball.
Death press.
Big time there. It takes down Su Yung, who's just a lunatic. Completely unglued is Su Yung. Knockouts Championship on the line here live tonight at Redemption. We got Braxton on the outside. And to your point, Diamond, Allie and Braxton, they know each other so well. They were together. They were a couple, and Braxton is now out to end the career and the championship reign of Allie.
Well, that's one way to get over a relationship, isn't it?
To
hook up with an undead bride and have her brutalize your former girlfriend.
And to be the ultimate demise of Allie, and that's what Braxton's looking to do here.
And this is Allie's one drawback. She loves the people love her. Su Yung loves violence. Su Yung loves blood. She loves pain. This is just a different opponent than Allie has ever faced.
Hall of Famer Gail Kim said that this is Allie's time, and perhaps that was a time before Su Yung made her presence felt. Tessa Blanchard was out here with us earlier tonight. She's now a part
nice
of...
girl.
Yeah, you two got along great.
Phenomenal. Both like to put ourselves over.
Your Twitter handle is actually Cyrus Overhuge.
Correct.
It's fantastic. Is Braxton.
What a gentleman, eh?
A gentleman.
That's why he gets all the ladies, Josh.
I thought it was the beanie that he wears in 85-degree weather in Orlando. Allie's up top. Oh, come on. He doesn't belong out here.
If he did that on the street, he'd be in handcuffs.
Exactly. There's assault, and Su Yung now teeing off on the back. Look at the bunny ears. All the fans in the front row have bunny ears.
What a bunch of idiots.
They love Allie. She's the bunny. She's the vegan slayer. Right now, she's being slayed by the undead bride, Su Yung.
Su Yung reminds me a bit of the Great Muta. She's very calculating. She moves slowly. Yep.
Hooks the leg.
Picks her spot and then explodes into some act of violence that we've not seen out of a knockout prior to her.
If you were in the ring with Su Yung, what would you do? What would your strategy be?
Turtle and call the police.
It's a good strategy. Fans are trying to get Allie fired up here.
I mean, the weird thing is Su Yung is a striking-looking woman. But she's got, I don't even know if that's makeup or what that is she's got, but just disturbing. And more innovative offense from the Undead Bride.
I'm sorry, you said she's a striking-looking woman.
Well, here we go.
Su has removed the bloody dress, and the Undead Bride will look to fly and take out Allie.
Good-looking flip dive there from Su Yung. Imagine someone so violent who also is a great scientific wrestler. That's someone who's tough to beat.
Can you have that in one person? She's so turbulent.
I think we've got that. Turbulent, did you call it?
Yes, turbulent.
Or truculent.
She's turbulent. She's erratic. You can't figure Su Yung out.
She's out of her mind.
Yes, that's one way to put it. And
Keep her away from the people. Keep her away from the fans. There we go.
Su Yung slides into the ring, hooks the outside leg, and you're not going to defeat Allie like that. So again, another cover and another kick out from the Knockouts champion.
I think Allie wants to brutalize. I think Su Yung wants to brutalize Allie and send a message. What do we got here? What is that? Is that a rubber glove?
Whatever it is, it's stained in blood.
It's disgusting is what it is.
It's a glove.
What's she doing?
All right, I guess we'll never find out. Code breaker from Allie. We got to try and
Still got that glove on though.
You get a good look there at the glove that Su put on.
Absolutely disgusting, and it's missing 2 fingers.
Is she? Okay, we'll see what Su has in mind. Maybe, unless Allie can counter and stay away.
Both women down right now.
Turning point in this match, perhaps. An opportunity to see who's got what left. Allie will look for the BSE, the best super kick ever, to defeat Su Yung. Su's got the panic switch at her disposal. And Su's in hot pursuit!
Oh! Stiff uppercut!
Oh, and Allie follows up. And now Su Yung fires in. Allie counters.
Quick DDT into the corner turnbuckle.
Allie's got to stick on Su, right? Keep it up.
Allie now needs to capitalize. Stiff forearms.
Yells, I'm Allie. Su's back up. A flurry of offense from Allie, from the Knockouts champion. She's showing everything she has here tonight. She's being tested down by Su Yung.
Ooh. How do you pin the undead? I mean, this is a question that's been on my mind.
It's a great question. Su hasn't been pinned yet. Allie's going to have to find the combination to defeating Su here tonight if she wants to retain her championship. Su went with the claw.
Side Russian leg sweep right into a pinning combination.
Great move by Allie and a kick out from Su Yung. Still got Braxton floating on the outside. He's capable of anything.
Yeah, what's that like? Having your ex on the outside is a constant reminder of your failed relationship, and now he's hooked up with your arch nemesis, Su Yung.
Allie went for the BSE. Su had it scouted. And Su using the ring to her advantage. I don't think that...
What's she going for?
She got her
Tiger driver. Oh, dropped her right on her head.
We're gonna have a new Knockouts champion. Su needs to go for the cover, hooks the leg, and Su Yung hooks both legs, and Allie kicks out at 2.
2.5.
Su looks shocked for the first time. Surprised that Allie kicked out. Perseverance being shown from Allie.
Listen, Allie has shown a toughness to her in recent months that I think we weren't expecting. But again, you're dealing with a freak show in Su Yung.
Best super kick ever. Allie for the... And Braxton Sutter's on the apron.
He's very concerned with the welfare of these two women.
And Allie! Oh.
That's assault, though.
And Allie! This time connects!
Roundhouse to the face of the gigolo, Braxton Sutter.
Su Yung, though, she's waiting. Allie doesn't see it coming. Su looking for the panic switch. Su Yung looking to capture the Knockouts championship. Allie
sneaks behind.
She's got her stacked up, and Allie retains her title.
The winner of the match, and still Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion, Allie.
What a great counter out of the panic switch by the champion. I'm surprised, Josh Matthews.
Allie retains her title. Allie shows a different side of herself here tonight. She dug deep. She showed perseverance, determination, grit, and retains the Knockouts Championship live tonight at Redemption, and Su Yung does not look happy.
Okay, hey, this is really bad. This is really bad.
Got his shirt off.
Su, you're mad. Su, you're mad. I know that face. I know when you're mad, okay? I know this is really bad, okay? Hey, I can fix it. Su, I can fix it, okay? I can fix it. I have an idea, okay? Hey, check this out. Su.
This never fails.
Su, you are the greatest thing that has ever happened to me.
This week.
Su, I love you.
Oh, this is sweet, Josh.
I want us to spend the rest of our lives together till death do us part. Su Yung, will you marry me?
I might cry.
This guy.
Oh, look, she likes it. He is pretty sexy.
Huh?
Sure. He's got that nice glove in his face.
Yeah.
This is touching.
This is disgusting. Oh! Red mist to the face.
Well, was that a yes or a no?
I think it's a resounding no. And
mandible claw, what the hell?
That's what the glove was all about?
That's the mandible claw. I've never seen her use this before.
Well, Su Yung taking her frustrations out on Braxton Sutter, who proposed to a third knockout tonight.
He's got her whole fist down his throat, Josh.
Imagine if she does this to Allie or any other knockout.
I'd like to see that.
The undead bride, Su Yung, doesn't capture the Knockouts Championship tonight, but she makes a lasting impression on Braxton Sutter and us.
Well, he'll go to the hospital and he'll propose to a nurse tonight.
We've seen so much here live tonight at Redemption. Brian Cage defeats 5 individuals. We have new World Tag Team Champions. Let's talk about that for just a second. What are your thoughts on Scott Steiner and Eli Drake winning the World Tag Team titles?
Top rope Frankensteiner, great move by Eli Drake. We got new world champions, and Conan, we don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, we hope to find out what happened to Conan. New tag team champions, as Don said. Matt Sydal retained the X Division Championship against a very game P.D. Williams earlier tonight. What was your takeaway from that encounter?
You know, when Matt Sydal wins, I'm never surprised. P.D. Williams hit the Canadian Destroyer. Matt rolled out. That could have been the end, but Matt Sydal the victor in the end.
You never know what's going to happen on live pay-per-view. Speaking of pay-per-view, Don, this is some very exciting news. All of us here in Impact Wrestling are getting ready for the biggest night of the summer. Mark your calendar, Sunday, July 22nd, Slammiversary from Toronto. More information will be available soon at ImpactWrestling.com. We're moments away from our main event. It's for the World Championship, and it promises to be an instant classic.
You're just a 6'5" former champion standing in my way.
Hey.
I don't care about where we're going, and I'm gonna keep it.
Five sides of fear, the breaker of bones, Cerro Miedo, which translates to zero fear. Pentagon has captured the imagination of a generation. Phoenix is the man of 1,000 lives, the bird of war. And I don't know how well it bodes for Austin Aries to have to take on Phoenix and Pentagon. I know it's a triple threat, but everyone's been talking about it. But this match here is going to be the one that the people leave tonight buzzing about. Where else do you see stuff like that?
That was incredible. Austin Aries close to a victory. What do you got? Aries! Oh, he's out! And Pentagon Jr. pins Phoenix.
My thoughts on Alberto deciding that he would be unable to make it here tonight. We sat and had a press conference, and he sat there with a straight face and said that this is his company. Whether people like me or they don't like me, the reputation of Austin Aries is he says it like it is. He's no bull. He ain't gonna blow smoke up your ass. And I've called you out every step for you being the exact opposite. And tonight you proved it. So guess what? I was up till 5:30 partying like the champ does. And I was up at 7:30 taking care of my responsibilities, including being right here tonight in the main event with two other professional luchadors.
I stepped in the ring with Pentagon and Fenix in the three-way, and we tore it down in here. Because those guys are A1 professionals. And you know what? I'm man enough to say that I did not come out victorious last night. Nobody pinned me, but I didn't win. So when I look at Pentagon and Fenix, I say screw it. At Redemption, let's do that three-way again, but let's do it for the world title. Redemption, Austin Aries, Pentagon, Fenix, Impact World Championship. You better be watching.
And we are moments away from a highly anticipated triple threat match for the World Championship. That is Pentagon Jr. He's the man who earned the victory at WrestleCon on April the 6th. If he wins tonight, he's the world champion. His brother is Fenix. Fenix is getting ready for this matchup for the World Championship. It's Pentagon Jr. and Fenix and the belt collector, the truth, the world champion, Austin Aries, who leaves Redemption tonight with the World's Championship. Will Austin Aries leave as he came in as champion tonight? Don, do you care to make a prediction for tonight?
Gotta go with the champ. Always go with the champ, Josh.
We'll see if Aries can retain. He doesn't have to be involved in the decision. We'll talk about that throughout this match. It's one fall to a finish. It's our main event for the world title. So we will have in-ring introductions for our main event World Championship matchup. Pentagon Jr., again, the man who pinned his brother Fenix in the main event on April 6th. If he pins Fenix tonight, he's the world champion. Don, to you as a champion, do you argue matches like this, or do you just accept them knowing that you don't have to be pinned or submitted to lose your title?
It adds a whole new variable, as does wrestling. Two masked wrestlers, two brothers, and Pentagon Jr., who is one of those eclectic talents that you never really know what's on his mind. Very exciting, but also very dangerous, Josh.
He's a former Lucha Underground champion, a AAA Latin American champion. I will give you more of his titles in just a second. Fenix was the first ever AAA Fusion champion, the first ever Lucha Underground Gift of the Gods champion, a former Lucha Underground champion, a former Lucha Underground Trios champion, the first ever Triple Crown winner in Lucha Underground. All this man does is win.
Oh, absolutely. Tremendous, tremendous pedigree. Started wrestling at 15 years of age, Josh.
We'll see if Fenix continues his trends of first. Will he become a world champion here on Impact in this triple threat match against his brother Pentagon Jr. and the next man to come out, the world champion, the belt collector. Look at this. How impressive is his entrance?
Phenomenal athlete.
Austin Aries returned to Impact Wrestling on February 1st, and all he did was win the World Championship in 60 seconds. He's a two-time world champion. He exercised option C at Destination X on July 8, 2012, giving up the X Division Championship for an opportunity at the world title. He defeated Bobby Roode at Destination X. We mentioned earlier tonight the longest reigning X Division champion in Impact history at 301 consecutive days. There's a reason they call him the belt collector. Look at the gold hanging off of this man's shoulders, around his waist, and in his hands.
And the most important one in his left hand, the brand new Impact World Heavyweight Championship. That's what's on the line here tonight against two of the most impressive athletes that I've ever seen.
Will history repeat itself here tonight? We send things inside the ring right now. In-ring introductions for our championship match for the world title.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is the main event of the evening and is for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is Pentagon Jr. And his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the Mexican Phoenix. And their opponent from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 202 pounds, he is the current reigning and defending Impact Wrestling World Champion, the belt collector, he is Austin Aries.
So Aries with a slight weight advantage, a couple of pounds over Pentagon.
Not going to make a difference in this one, I don't believe.
The man in the middle, Johnny Bravo, in this one fall to a finish match.
Look at that belt.
Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous looking championship. Don, you can feel the change in the air, especially here tonight live on pay-per-view.
You talking about my commentary?
Pentagon Jr. He has zero fear. Phoenix and Austin Aries. Aries is so different. He's got such a different style from anyone else that you see compete.
He's one of the most complete wrestlers I've ever been around. Great on the ground, great brawling, great talker, charismatic, and also can hit the 450 out of nowhere.
22 men have held the Impact World Championship. You think this bothers Aries?
I think it takes a lot to get under Aries' skin just because he's seen so much. But like all great champions, Josh, he's got a chip on his shoulder that never leaves.
And Aries will admit that. He'll tell you that he has an ego. Is that ego deserved? Has Aries done enough to earn that ego?
Well, how many more belts can he win? I mean, if you don't have a big ego after carrying out 8 belts, then forget it. He's also not going to let anyone intimidate him, as we can see here. Aries is the master of mind games, in my opinion, of the 3.
We'll see if the brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, work together to try to isolate Austin Aries. Oh! And Austin Aries takes down Pentagon and Phoenix, and our main event is underway for the World Championship. Here we go.
And when you're in the ring with 2 brothers, I believe that's the smartest way Austin Aries could have started this match. Now, we assume the brothers are going to work together. I hate my brother. I don't know what your sibling relationships are like. So there's no guarantees here that Phoenix won't try to steal one on his own brother.
World Championship on the line here. Again, we remind you, Season 4 of Lucha Underground all gets started June 13th. That's Wednesday night on the El Rey Network. What will happen if Pentagon Jr. or Phoenix become Impact World Champion? Where will our championship go? Aries off the road. Oh!
And they nailed him with that in New Orleans. And Aries, well scouted, doing the smart thing, taking a powder.
Not only did they nail him down, they took him out. That's what ended the match.
Yeah.
That's what allowed Pentagon to defeat Phoenix, and Aries, again, to your point, had it scouted and bailed. Aries being very cautious right now. Pentagon keeping his head on a swivel, and Phoenix delivers a
Yeah,
forearm.
Aries got caught there.
We'll keep our attention inside the ring right now. Championship can't change hands with these 2.
Inverted sling blade.
Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Don mentioned they are brothers, but they have a rivalry. And look at Phoenix! Lands on his feet. Aries is right there. Was looking for a German. He got elbowed. Step up kick there by Phoenix. Oh! And Phoenix will roll into a big cutter to Pentagon. So there goes the siblings working together. Aries comes flying in. There goes Phoenix, who hangs on, covered by the champion and a kick out.
Aries waited for his opportunity and pounced.
Chancery by Austin Aries. Phoenix from across the ring.
About 20 feet he flew.
To break up the last chancery of the world champion. We talked about this at WrestleCon. The last chancery is almost thrown out the window because you have somebody else coming in to break that up constantly.
Great point.
And now it's Phoenix and Aries in a match like this, Don, right? You got to get somebody out of the ring, turn it into a one-on-one match.
I mean, I think so. You've got to look for your opportunity.
Fans continuing the chant from Lucha Underground. Oh!
Scintillating chop from Fenix on the champion.
The World Championship means so much to Austin Aries. You heard him talk about it earlier tonight with such passion. He says he has to be champion, Don. If he wants change, he has to be champion.
Well, he's worked himself into a lather for sure. We talked about the massive ego of Austin Aries.
Watch this. Delayed! Elbow to the spine. Aries floats over, goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out by Fenix.
Sometimes I think with Aries, he can't function unless he thinks the world is out to get him, Josh.
That's a great point, Austin Aries. Right now, he's doing a great job to what you mentioned earlier, keeping Pentagon at bay, going after the other, and just switching in and out. Boom! Quick elbow from the champ, goes for the cover. Again, Fenix kicks out at 1.
Phoenix and Pentagon grew up in a hard scrabble town in Mexico called Ecatepec. Very rough upbringing.
Phoenix slips out the back. Pentagon missed Aries, connects to Phoenix. Window of opportunity still open for the champion. Body scissors into a bulldog on Pentagon. Aries wastes no time. Last chancery yet again.
Got it hooked in deep, but Phoenix is down.
Now Austin Aries, and here comes Phoenix. Just rolls over the champion to break it up. Aries will continue to look for last chancery. I guess it only takes a second to tap out, right? Quicker to tap out than a pinfall.
And if I'm scoring this, I gotta say, I'm scoring this probably 70-30 Austin Aries so far.
Agreed. Austin Aries has done a tremendous job in this match as the champion. Great game plan. What will Phoenix do? Pretty much anything he wants, but Aries closes the window quickly. Boxes the ears.
And that'll affect your equilibrium, give you some vertigo. Someone smacks you in the ears.
That's how you slow down a high flyer, huh?
You got it.
Austin Aries now build up some speed. Phoenix sends him over the top rope, and look at that!
Counter!
That was awesome!
All-world counter wrestling by the World Heavyweight Champion.
Austin Aries didn't expect to get thrown over the top rope, and he turned it into a Hurricane Rana on Pentagon Jr. Here comes Phoenix. Phoenix gets his balance, walks the top rope. Phoenix just takes out everybody.
Great adjustment in mid-flight by Phoenix. I don't know how many revolutions. That looked like about a triple axel.
One more look. We can count them from Phoenix. First, Aries with the Hurricane Rana from out of nowhere.
That top rope has been slick tonight.
4 or 5 spins from Phoenix makes it look completely easy. All 3 men are down outside the ring.
And the torque on that spin really adds to the impact when he makes connection with his prey.
Phoenix now looking to go to the top rope, making off the second, springboards up. Come on! A swanton from Phoenix. That was amazing. The cover, and Aries breaks it up. Silky smooth is Phoenix. He made that look so easy. Look at this.
Yeah, Phoenix is the more elite high flyer of the two brothers. I would say Pentagon Jr., the more dangerous.
Aries puts on the brakes. A couple of knees to the side of the face of Phoenix. What does Aries have in mind? Is he looking for brainbuster?
Brainbuster.
Looking to put away Phoenix. Phoenix counters. All 3 of these men have each other so scouted. They've done their homework. Sprawling out is a great way to counter the suplex, correct? Or the brainbuster?
Yeah, got to sit down out of it.
Back and forth they go. Who will gain the advantage?
Aries definitely has the power advantage here in this relationship, I believe.
Aries got him up, and Pentagon was waiting. Pentagon didn't allow the brainbuster, but it was effective with the suplex, and Aries kicked out. And now Pentagon
look at this.
Goes for the cover on Phoenix, who kicks out at 2. How smart of that was Pentagon. He rolls up Aries, the suplex.
Fantastic, and so much for close familial ties. Tried to sneak one on his own brother.
And now Pentagon Jr., Don, you mentioned this. He's got a great mat-based style. Does Pentagon submission maneuver here? And
has a reputation for breaking arms. His brother knows it and broke up the potential submission on the champion.
Pentagon had it dug in deep, wrenching back on the arm of Austin Aries.
Yeah, Pentagon's one of the more effective guys I've seen hooking arm bars, broken a lot of arms, popped a lot of elbow capsules in the last year. All three men down.
Pentagon Jr. was going to break the arm of Austin Aries.
Oh, why not? Title's on the line.
As you mentioned it, Don, he's been known to break arms. And Aries and Fenix now.
Dueling chance of Austin Aries. Sierra Mero.
Fenix with the side headlock.
Fenix has taken a tremendous amount of punishment from both opponents thus far.
And Aries!
Oh!
Big time roaring elbow to Fenix. Aries moving quickly. Watch this combination from Austin Aries. Fenix turned inside out. Aries is starting to go here. He's starting to get to another level, Don.
Yep.
Starting to get to a different gear as Austin Aries.
And Aries' stuff isn't as pretty as Fenix, but it's a little bit more brutal. It's got that hard edge to it.
What will Aries do off the top
for the
rope?
450.
Pentagon Jr. breaks that up.
Well scouted by Pentagon Jr.
Every time somebody gets something going, some momentum going, the third member of this match comes in and just breaks it up, quells everything.
The champion's on the floor. This would be a great time to try to get a pin.
Pentagon Jr.
Lung blower.
Cover here. Fenix is down. We're going to have a new champion, and Fenix kicks out. Don, this is so reminiscent of what happened at WrestleCon.
Absolutely.
What happened in New Orleans. Aries is down on the outside. You've got Pentagon Jr. in control of Fenix. You got the world champion on the floor. This is the main event of Redemption. Fenix, how much damage has been done?
Yeah, those ribs are hurt. Favoring his sternum. Oh, he suckered him in.
Nice move by Fenix. 3 shots. Rocks Pentagon back to the corner. Big time super kick. Fenix rolling in, and he connects.
Huge uppercut. Somersault springboard uppercut into the corner. Caught his big brother.
And Fenix, look at this. Muscle buster spins it around. Shoulders down, and Fenix was that close to becoming the world champion.
Barely out the back door.
What a match for the world championship. And somehow both of these men are on their feet. Aries is still down. Aries is lucky, Don, that this match hasn't ended with him on the floor.
Fenix's big influence was Rey Mysterio.
You can certainly see it in his offense.
Absolutely.
Counter here by Pentagon Jr.
Wow.
Pentagon's got him. Pentagon's got him. And Aries breaks it up. That was the move that won the match at WrestleCon.
Out of nowhere, Austin Aries with impeccable timing as always.
That was the Pentagon driver.
Go for the brainbuster.
And Aries looking to retain his championship.
Gonna nail it. He's gonna nail it. He's out.
Pentagon on his feet. Aries roaring elbow. Pentagon just crumbled to the canvas. And Austin Aries, we've seen this. Aries looking for a DVD on the outside. Death Valley driver. Pentagon, what is he gonna do?
Aries hooking that leg around the bottom rope.
Aries has to do anything that he can to counter whatever Pentagon Jr. has in mind right now. Aries back in the ring and boxes the ears yet again.
Pentagon Jr. definitely the more brutal of the two brothers.
You saw Pentagon go for the Pentagon driver, his signature maneuver, the move that he uses to put everyone away, the fear factor. It's a package pile driver. And here comes Fenix.
Ate a super kick.
It's Austin Aries' turn. Pentagon catches him. Aries gets his balance.
Going for the brainbuster on the floor there. That would have been the end of Pentagon, and he hit it.
And now Aries looking to send Pentagon into the steel steps, and Aries misses those. Here comes Pentagon.
Into the crowd.
Whoa! Pentagon went over the guardrail. Pentagon in a sea of standing room only Impact fans here in Orlando.
Good strategy. Get it. Oh, he's back in already.
He got him as far away as he possibly could.
Good strategy. Didn't work out.
Aries will call an audible. He's got both men back in the ring. Are we going to see it, Don?
What's he doing? He's going for the 450?
He's got 2 men down. What's 450 times 2?
Oh, God! Nailed both of them!
Aries caught them both! Austin Aries was that close to retaining his championship!
And drove the knee into Pentagon, who was the closer of the 2 brothers.
Austin Aries breaks out the 450 splash! And it wasn't enough to win this match!
I have never seen someone 450 2 prone opponents until tonight.
And it didn't win the match for Austin Aries.
Zero mero. Zero fear.
All 3 of these men have shown zero fear in this match. It's the mantra, the motto of Pentagon Jr.
And Austin now roughing up the brothers.
This is what you said.
It's a smart strategy.
You said that at the beginning of the match. This is what Aries needs to do. He continues to do it. He continues to have this game plan. Boom! Running drop kick from the world champion, and Aries catches Fenix now.
Aries is so explosive with those drop clicks in the corner. Nowhere to go when you get hit with it.
And will we see a brainbuster now?
If he hits this, it's over.
Fenix
out the back door.
Oh, super kick! There's one! There's another! Aries is down. Rocked!
Caught him on the point of the chin, and that's a knockout blow!
Austin Aries is out in the center of the ring. Pentagon Jr. catches Fenix. Pentagon.
Gory special.
Whoa, 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 whoa. And he's got Aries. Pentagon's got both men.
What the hell? What the hell?
Pentagon Jr. just took out everybody.
Gory special double package pile driver, and he's gonna look to break the arm of the champion.
Pentagon Jr.
Oh, God!
My!
Oh, did you hear that sickening crack?
And now Pentagon turns Aries inside out.
He nailed it.
Pentagon driver, and Pentagon Jr. is world champion.
New champion.
The winner of the match and the new Impact Wrestling World Champion, Pentagon Jr.
He broke the arm of Austin Aries.
Certainly looked that way. He suckered his own brother, tried to snap the arm of the champion, and then hit his finish. And we've got a new world champion here at Impact Wrestling.
What does this mean for the future? Now that Pentagon Jr. is world champion, defeating Austin Aries and Fenix in our main event here tonight. This will make headlines worldwide.
Had the gory special hooked and then went into a package pile driver. A double move like I've never seen before in this business. What a talent, Pentagon Jr.
I cannot wait for Impact Wrestling this Thursday night to experience the fallout of what was an amazing night here in Orlando. The headline being Pentagon Jr. is your new world champion.
Shocking. And his brother cannot be happy.
Fenix is still in the ring. Austin Aries soaking it all in. It's got to be setting in now for Aries that he's no longer champion.
Fenix wrestled a hell of a match, but really got outsmarted by his big brother, Pentagon Jr.
Pentagon asked for the music to be lowered. Great show of respect and sportsmanship. Fenix congratulating his brother as we take you back.
I want to see that double team move. Can we cue that up?
Let's go back to how it all came about here. This was Aries to the outside, Hurricane Rana out of nowhere, and Don, it just got faster and faster from there.
Triple corkscrew by Fenix.
Fenix goes with a big swanton, smart move there by Pentagon Jr. Aries took over, really looked to be in control at that moment. But then Pentagon and Fenix would get back into the ring after they took out Austin Aries. Pentagon Jr. at this point.
Pump handle package pile driver. Caught him with that super kick right in the face.
Aries would connect here. And then the 450 to both men.
Incredible. What an athlete Austin Aries is. But this was the undoing.
Aries gets...
Look at this gory special package pile driver on 2 men.
And then...
new champion.
The Pentagon driver. Look at this. Pentagon Jr. is your new Impact Wrestling World Champion. Where does Austin Aries go from here?
He needs to regroup. I mean, he's got to be in shock. Because that is the new face of Impact Wrestling, and his name is Pentagon Jr.
We thank you for joining us live tonight here on pay-per-view from Orlando. This has been Redemption. We'll see you Thursday night. Welcome to the era of Zero Fear.